but
possible.
because he was stuck halfway, like, he was just stuck that way for a while, and then over time he's figured out how to turn
Switch
back
back.
into a normal human, but can go halfway back to his half bear form.
Gotcha.
But when he's half bear, he can't hold his shield. So he
Gotcha.
gets a claw attack instead.
Gotcha.
That's fair. It's probably hard to hold the shield with a big old bear paw.
Yeah, that's the idea. I wrote a backstory to support it, so I think it's
I
approved.
was gonna say, feel free to read it out loud if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, it's like if you want, like, through role play, if you want to introduce, like, bits as you go, that's fine. If you just want to be lore dump, you can lore dump.
Very little notes. I've been trying to keep notes, and I'm not being successful, but
That's okay.
Yeah,
'cause
because we
you're
were at
having
least
fun.
world. Yeah, because we had done the world building, so you had gotten a lot of those
some
notes.
vague world building.
Bailey's hideout?
No, I don't feel like it's
Oh.
necessary to tell everyone my
So,
whole
some
backstory
missionaries
right now.
gave us a card at one point,
I'm
and
so
I'm using
sorry.
it as a bookmark. Because why the fuck not? That's me.
That doesn't surprise me.
So, the current situation for the party as a whole, somehow, some way, you all have ended up at what I'm calling Castle Vis, which is the sworn home of the Vis family, which is my NPC. He is Yar Vis. Lord Vis is what I will try to remember to call him, because I get confused and try to call him Sebas. Because I based him sort of off of the Overlord character,
Okay, Jervis.
Sebastian. Did you just now get
Nope,
that?
I got both. It's like you went for both.
He was the
references.
butler in the house, wasn't he?
Well, no, this guy, this was his house. He was the
Oh,
Lord of
he
the
was
house.
the Lord.
He dresses
Well, he's-
like a butler.
Oh, okay.
But it's because, like, before the family had gained noblehood, they were butlers. The whole family, they were trained to be butlers for other families. Well, they did something at some point, and they got noblehood. And he's the third generation of them since nobility. But he's elderly, but not anymore. He's undead.
I mean, no, he's just advanced elderly.
He's
He got kicked out of the
He's
old
elder
folks.
plus.
He got kicked out of the old folks home
The
because he couldn't
subrace
die.
of my NPC that will potentially be my player character is Regal, is what it is called. And that means I do not require sustenance, breathing, or hydration. I cannot be put to sleep magically, and I have advantage on death saving throws, which is mildly absurd in my brain, but it's cool and it fits my world. So the story we came up with was this half-orc ranger here got banished from his tribe for not being
orky enough.
orky enough. So the primary the bulk of his tribe are full-blooded orcs. Is that what we came up with? Like over 85% was full-on orcs. You know, strong but kind of dumb. He is a wisdom-based class, therefore he would be more intelligent than most of these individuals,
Even if it's his dumb stuff.
even if it happens to be his dumb step.
Because he doesn't have a negative.
But he was weird and outcast, and so banished from his tribe to never return. He took that upon himself as a reason to travel and explore. He came across an old man wandering outside of a city, mumbling to himself. He found Lord Vis, who was trying to get back into the city, back to his estate. They found the sewer tunnel entrance that led to at least, the like center of town, or the main sewage drop-off, whatever you want to call that. And in the sewers, they found this guy, who is...
Well, what you found, I can take over here. Well, you found a weird workstation. It was really weird. There was like a bit of a forge here, and there was this fancy chest. You went over the chest, it talked, you panicked, you threw a rock at it. said it was hungry, so you gave it food, and then a white blob came out. His name's
Yes.
Tim. He's a mimic. He can make armor and shit.
So
Yeah.
at that point, the party was 3. Once they came out into the open of the city, they came across, I think we declared it was kobolds, doing combat with what appeared to be a city guard. Joel's character, who is he is another variant of an undead. He is called a revenant.
Oh yeah.
And so he...
He's undead until his goal's fulfilled.
Yeah. And currently he feels as though he must defend and
Rebuild the city.
rehabilitate the city. Get it back to what it once was. And so there we had a party of 4. Lord Viss led them to Castle Viss. And
Or
they,
keep this, right?
either or. It's a keep. I've been calling
Okay,
it Castle Viss.
gotcha.
That's what I got written down. Where'd your boots go? Put your boots back on. But they claimed a storehouse just outside of Castle Viss, cleared it of opposing entities, made it safe to store things, like put a lock on the outside of the building again or something, and then they went over the wall into Castle Viss and have successfully. They spent a month clearing it out. I don't know if you want to have popped up at some point during that, or do you want to pop up now?
Like before.
Show up now. Like, were you wandering? Does the wild magic take you where you're needed, or you feel that you're needed?
Well, technically, part of my background is that I'm a wanderer. I was probably traveling during this process and came across
Kobold fight starts.
something that looks like I can hole up while I figure out my game plan.
And so you have made it into. So you've made it into the city. There are signs of recent travel. I was gonna say pause if you need to. But there are signs of recent travel, recent combat. Ow! What are you doing? That hurts. But there's signs of recent travel, recent combat, and in the distance you can see white smoke coming out of a chimney of a very large building. So that is you've had to wander the sewer to get into the city, because the gates, the main city gates, are the color of rust, and they are bent and crumpled in both directions, with debris piled on both sides. Not accessible, because they're like grand. It's like a grand city entrance. You know, those story and a half or more height on a door, probably 20 foot wide or larger.
My brain almost thinks Attack on Titan size.
Because
Where it's like the absurd.
you could fit 3 wagons wide comfortably. Like you could still have people in between them if you absolutely had to, but it would be unsafe.
It'd be like a single person.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna die here.
But currently the gates are inaccessible.
Okay.
And so
Well, I got my way into the city seeking refuge because everything outside of the city is decrepit and destroyed.
Well, it's yeah.
The insult doesn't look too much better.
The landscape in general. I don't think I actually went over this last time. I vaguely did.
Yeah, you did,
But
you didn't.
it's like there happens to be a little bit of greenery, but most of it, if it is a plant, doesn't look right. It's some kind of malformed. Besides your grasses, the grass just might be a funny color. Instead of it being green or yellow, like when it's dead, it'll be like blue when it's alive and red when it's dead, depending on the saturation of dark energy or manipulated energy.
Okay.
Because I'm making up crap as I go. Yay! But it sounds good. I have a mental image now, and it looks awesome in my head. So there also are. You're near a mountainous region. This city's built like into something like that, a mountainside. So
I think it's by you, Jared.
it's well there. So we broke it down into at
Should
least
the kobold have the markers?
he shouldn't have my good ones.
That's mine.
The little square ones would be fine. But
Okay,
Square.
so the saturation of dark magic is corrupting the landscape. I need a place to hole up so that I can plan
I don't see
attack
this
on
unless they're.
or search for
they're
the source
probably
of
trash
this.
then.
He
He can use the markers. I'll buy
Okay.
more.
Thank you.
I kind of broke the city into districts, and the only one I really have a mental reference for right now is like, I called it Market Lane, and Market Lane was from the city gate about 1.5 miles into the center of town, and it's like a cobblestone path with it's got some kind of markers where you could park a wagon. And then also on the outside edge of this cobblestone path are pre-constructed either stands or very small buildings for trade, or there's looks like you could rent a hut that has 2 beds in it or something. You could have at one time. Currently there's nobody manning anything but I've mentally designed the Market Lane and then the Nobles District, which is built into the wall of the mountain, except for there's a circle of 3, like they're within 1 mile or 2 of each other. There's 3 different castles, keeps, whatever you want to call those, family homes that are not built directly into the mountain, and they do not look as elaborate as the buildings that are built directly into the mountain. One of these unconnected noble buildings happens to have like the faintest bit of light coming from its courtyard, smoke coming from either the courtyard or a smokehouse, a kitchen, something like that. You can witness there's activity in this location, other than scurrying, scampering, heavy breathing.
Ah, you stole my knife, bitch.
Because as you've traveled the city, you've heard quite a bit of that. Rodent noises. If you happen to speak Draconic, you understand a lot of like chatter amongst some kind of underlings, mostly kobolds and the like. Occasionally there would be I can't remember what the language is called, devil speak, demon speak, whichever one.
But infernal.
Infernal. There's occasionally infernal as well, if you happen to speak that. If you don't speak that, it sounds terrifying, whatever it is.
Hey. What's up? I didn't forget you. I'm gaming right now. I will make sure and get you. Sharon has my car right now, but when we leave, I'm coming to get you. Alright.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't.
I told you do whatever you want. It would be later this evening. Oh, one nap? Okay.
You've got me.
Well, yeah, I'm still gonna come get you. Don't worry. Alright, love you, buddy. Bye. Mark says hi, everyone.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Mark. Because I will always.
Mr. Peltz.
Indeed. Well, I need allies.
Okay.
I'm asking around the town for. Well, I don't really need to ask around the town for allies because everyone seems kind of demented. I don't care about
Seems
them.
dilapidated.
I'm going to.
Yeah. You have not come into contact with the typical humanoid races that are of good alignment based on normal understanding. There does not appear to be any druidic writings anywhere, because I do remember you saying that you had that as a language. You don't hear anybody speaking it, that kind of thing. But so you approach this this castle. And so there's a wall, a courtyard, and inside is a keep. Like a 3-story building, and there also is a like kitchen cookhouse in a corner of this keep. You can't see it from this angle, but you can see like wall, big ass building. The front door of this building is in a similar state, or the gate of the wall is in a similar state to the outside wall. It's not crumpled and bent in a direction, but it is blatantly like rust colored. You don't know how well or if it will move.
Hmm. So I'm trying to get to the smokestack. There's a giant wall in front of me, the gate. Is there anywhere I can, I don't know, try to crawl over?
There is looks like a makeshift handhold stair step up the wall within 15 feet. I would request an athletics check,
Okay. Athletics.
since I'm half-assed gonna run stuff.
Natural 1.
So,
You
So-
found
Funny,
the
'cause
one
I
loose
don't.
brick.
so what is your modifiers?
+5.
Plus,
6.
It's
So, +5.
Yeah,
So
it's
you-
a 6.
are you trained in athletics?
Yes.
So that'd be 8.
So 8 total?
Well, that's
Oh.
+3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
gotcha.
never mind. So, you get up the first couple handholds, and then can't grab any higher, so you slide back
Okay.
down and adjust yourself. You may try again, or you can try to find another way around, under, above, etc.
All right. I'll shake it off and try one more time.
Sounds acceptable to me.
And that time I got a 16.
16. All right. So you successfully scurry your way up this wall, make it to the top, and inside this wall you can see that now that there is not just the keep, but in the far back corner is that's where the smoke is coming from, is what appears to be like a smokehouse or a kitchen based on physical design of the building.
Seeking civilization.
There is a fountain. No water is in it, but the land around the fountain has been cultivated to grow. You can see peppers, onions, potatoes, and tomatoes in this area, and there is one tree that looks like it's dying, but happens to be bearing fruit.
It's like a single apple. Oh no, peach.
It's
Single
the
peach.
peaches. It's very. It does not appear to be a very healthy tree, but it is still growing, still bearing fruit.
Okay.
Would either of you happen to be out in the courtyard?
Probably not. I'm in the basement.
I
Feels
don't
great
think I would
down
be
there.
either.
Okay, so
I can also get
the
rats.
courtyard appears empty.
There's people here. I don't know where they are. I don't want to steal from them. I'm gonna go more closely inspect the tree to see if I can figure out if there's anything I can do to save it.
Okay. So you make your way to the tree. Feel free to give me I'm pretty sure that's a nature check.
I got an 8.
An 8.
Yep.
You're able to judge that it is still a tree that will continue to grow, but it will not grow fast, and it is deteriorated. It doesn't have the nutrients it needs, but you don't know if it needs just more water, if you need to replace the soil. You currently don't know how to fix it. You have mildly diagnosed it, but you don't know how to fix it currently, because it could be either or, based on your current knowledge.
Trying to. I'm gonna try and make the ground around it more fertile. So you said it's got onions, peppers, and what around there?
Onions, peppers, potatoes, tomatoes.
Potato.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a couple of the potatoes off of the vine around the fountain, and I'm going to just kind of cut them up and lay them around, bury the soil around them to try and provide the starch to the tree.
Okay. I will not make you roll for that. You can absolutely do that. That'll take, I don't know, 5 minutes to walk back and forth once, twice if needed.
See if we can get this tree healthy again, bear more fruit. So I'm gonna go towards the smoke.
Okay. So you venture over towards the smoke. As you get closer, it seems to be it's a smokehouse kitchen building. So it has like there's currently an open doorway, like a door frame. There should be a door, but there does not appear to be one. There may have been at one time, but currently it does not appear to be. And inside, you can see a glow from either fire or you would absolutely assume fire because of the smoke.
Is it cold?
The
Outside, internal,
the-
external, internal.
What time of year is it? That is a good question.
I'm going to think it's late, like early fall.
Gotcha.
So it's
It's
not
not really that cold.
not really that cold.
Yeah, but it's like you might go, ugh.
Like if the wind picks up, it might be cold, but it would have to be like violent gusts to cause you to be legitimately cold.
I'm gonna go do something about my baby.
Okay.
I'm gonna call out. Is anyone here?
Okay. You will hear the noise of like feet moving and something mildly heavy being placed, and you will hear a response of that there is there. This is my estate. How might I assist you? And out of the building comes a man. He's dusting his hands off, and he's in very tattered. It's like a black suit jacket with the long tails. They're gray suit pants, and he has big ass brown work boots.
You don't look rich enough to be here.
Being 6 foot in the ground tends to stop all funds.
Okay. That's weird.
Yes, and I have come to acknowledge that making that statement first probably is not the smartest, but I can't stop myself.
Are you responsible for this mess?
I'm responsible for the upkeep and protection of at least this abode, but I'm not responsible for the state it currently is except for the plants.
I'm not talking about the building. I'm talking about the world around us. Are you responsible for this mess?
I have no clue what caused this mess. I awoke, freed myself from my predicament, and decided I needed to come home. I don't know what happened here. I was asleep for quite some time, I believe. If the policeman is around, I might be able to get more information, but I don't know where he went.
Are you trying to do something about it?
Hey, what are you
Everything
talking
going
to?
on around here?
Are you gonna like come crawling out of the basement or something?
He heard noise. He
Oh,
unshaped and he's coming up the stairs in his gear.
but my plan
Hear another. Oh.
My plan for this situation is to improve the state of my home and reclaim at least this city with the assistance of a city guard, an individual I met outside of the city. I don't know how much he's willing to help, and
Hey, what's up, boss?
a very
Stepping around the corner.
very
The best
useful
way-
object.
the best way I can describe it,
Why are you
it's a
interrupting
white.
him?
Well, I'm sorry, it's description. Give me a minute. But it's
About
like
the table. Tell
well,
me what's going on.
well, basically, whenever you see it, like you see that they're like humanoid shape and like they're actually wearing split mail. It's a little odd because the scales are various shapes and colors. It looks very rainbowy. He's got a warhammer on his side and a
Don't
shield,
touch,
but
buddy.
it's not the weird thing. Whenever you look at it, it's what the fuck? Because it's like a white amalgamous thing. Like occasionally you see like a bubble like come up and like go up and like nearly pop, but then an eye pops out. Like on one side, a mouth like pops out on the side. Oh hey, who's this guy?
Another thing ruins.
What was the name of your character?
Tim.
Tim. This is Tim. I found him on the way through the sewers.
He named me. Had to come up with a name, so he said Tim would work.
Have you always been this way?
No, I could be a chest too and other things. I was kind
I
of just chilling in the
believe-
sewers. Kobolds would try to eat me, I'd eat
I've
them.
witnessed these before from tales of my adventurers when I sent them out. I believe they were called mimics. But
I've been called
nev-
a few things.
I've never heard them talk.
He said that a couple of
He
times.
didn't eat me. I have heard you come across the mimic, they try to eat you, you have to kill it. He said, hey, you want any stuff?
Are you guys trying to fix this issue going on out
I
in the
like
world?
fixing things. It's kind of neat. Unless it's kobolds and I eat them. Or make them into armor. Looking down at his armor.
You look like a broken plate.
Thank you. It's the best condition I
The
found.
current goal is to reclaim at least the market district.
I suppose I should start with the city. Okay, if
maybe-
you guys are working to fix this problem, then I will stick around.
Cool,
I need
what can you do?
allies because I'm going to fix this. I need to get back to my clan.
But I'm.
Cool. Who are you and what are you about?
I'm Everett. That's
Hi,
all you need to know.
I'm Tim.
Alan, stop.
Dang it, Gobold. I'm Tim. Like I said, he named me.
I just want to fix this so that I can go reclaim my place in my clan.
The old elderly individual bows very deep. I'm Lord Viss. This is my estate. At one time, one might have called me a combatant.
That reminds me. Where's the green one? Don't know where the green and like instead. Oh, better yet, the eyes doesn't move around. You see the eye just suck in and then pop out on the other side.
I'm
Okay,
probably
it's not that
probably
big.
looking out or like sitting in like the shadow of a window
Are
looking
you
out.
sure the strange magic didn't affect you in any way?
I don't know. There was one day that typically I just didn't think. Just things would open me and I'd eat it. Eventually, it hit the point where someone was screaming about something and I stopped and I listened and they were saying, "Don't eat me." I wanted to know why they didn't want me to eat them and why I was thinking, and then he taught me how to make things, and he was neat, and then he died. So I killed the things that killed him, and I ate them. And I ate him so he wouldn't go bad.
Do I have to worry about you eating me?
As long as you don't die.
That won't be a problem.
I don't believe he has even tried to lick me yet. But I
Nah.
might not be appealing.
Nah, it wouldn't be very nice. Not really because you're dead. I mean, meat's meat. I don't really get sick.
I'm trying to take care of the tree outside so that we can have fruit.
You just see like the mouth inside go, yeah.
I placed some potatoes under the soil to try and provide us some nutrients.
Ah, if that shall help it grow, that would be wonderful. I just happened to find seeds in the storeroom in the keep and planted them and hoped it worked, and it appears to have done so.
Those kobolds are weird kleptos. Why seeds?
Strange forces affecting the wildlife and the plants. There's not a lot I can do about
You're
it.
loving this, aren't you?
A little bit.
Jared's just like, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
And especially just the, yeah,
What
I'm
was
just
the-
here.
What was
All
the
right.
character's name?
Jerome.
Okay. We have another member of our ragtag band. I don't know where he is currently, but last I knew he was in the keep. His name is Jerome.
He's weird. I look at him in shadows and he disappears.
His skin color may be frightening, but
Just the eyeball pops up.
Me after walking through that wilderness.
but
Horses
as far
with
as
two
I can
heads.
tell, this is an individual that
What's a horse?
wishes to help.
Alright.
Something you'd probably like to eat if it were dead.
Excellent. I must find.
They're large.
And like that,
beautiful
you've given
creatures.
him a motive. He must find and eat a horse.
Alright. So I'm
Okay.
going
He's had no
to
motives at all.
uh,
He's just functioning.
jump out of one of the windows and attempt to slide down the side.
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
Please
7,
fuck
and
up.
then
That's
plus-
probably a 12.
plus 4, I think. Which I guess is a 12, huh?
Oh no, that'd be 11. Did you not move your starting stats?
I
Or did
think
you
I
put them in the default of +2 in strength, 1 in
I'm going to the
calm?
bottle.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my dex thing is +4.
Gotcha.
So 7 plus 4.
Well, if you had wanted to, whenever you had created
you-
them,
yeah.
you could have changed around where the starting stats were instead of having the +2 in strength, 1 in calm. You could have had them, for example, +2 in dex, 1 in charisma. Well, not charisma,
yeah.
wisdom, for example. That's a very recent rule that came out in Natasha's book.
Ow, I forgot.
I totally forgot to
Oh,
mention
shit.
that, so
Yeah.
that's my bad.
I'm still fiddling with the app, so
Yeah,
it
it's
could have
fine.
been something that missed.
Like,
but-
I forgot to
Are
add
you
my
proficient
extra
proficient
bonus.
in
Uh,
acrobatics?
I'm not sure. I think I have it in my skills, but I'm not sure if I'm
Because if you're
proficient. in it.
proficient, you get an additional +2. But,
It does not say I am.
so you had 7 plus 4,
Yeah.
so 11. I will allow that a success. It doesn't look as cool as you thought it was going
Yeah.
to. It wasn't as easy as you thought it was going to be. And when you hit at ground level, it hurts just a little. Not enough to do a hit point, but it's like you felt it in your feet, and your knees, and your back, and you might make a
Buddy,
when you hit the
you
ground.
need to put your shoes back on.
Go find your boots, buddy. So
Baby.
out of the keep slides probably a hulking individual. I'm assuming.
Describe
you kind of-
yourself, meat.
Or you're not as thick as normal.
I think I'm a little bit thinner, being a half orc.
Okay.
Yeah, that reminds me, what is
relatively thick, darker skinned because they tend to be green or brown. I didn't ask.
I think I'm like a kind of like a lighter green.
Okay. Yeah, you could even be aquamarine for all I care, but
Could be red.
yeah.
Then what
There's
does
the
that
red
mean?
clan out there, and the blue clan, and
No,
the yellow clan.
Not necessarily.
What does red
this
mean,
one.
Ray?
They
Good
eat
question. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Red orcs eat orcs. There's
I was
stuff
more-
I crafted,
I was
and
I was
yeah.
more.
I've never written them down, and I need to.
So
Beside the point.
he looks like an orc.
Yeah, but he like slides out clumsily and lands, making a noise. Do you
Oh.
make a statement?
Oh, there's the invisible meat.
I just like once I get down, I just kind of walk towards
How
the group.
close to me is he when he lands?
It would be more than 60 feet, I would think, because there's
Okay.
a very large amount of space between.
Yeah, so what do
The
you
kitchen
look like? 'Cause I didn't
and
hear
the
that
keep.
part.
I am 6'4" and
Oh, that's a
286 pounds. So I'm fairly big.
Beefcake.
I'm a beefcake. I'm extremely healthy looking. I'm very. I don't have a shirt, and I have brown hair and brown eyes.
Are you wearing pants? Are you wearing like a
Loincloth.
almost a kilt or a
It's like
loincloth?
it's like a druidic robe
Okay.
Gotcha.
with brown pants.
Okay.
That's all I'm
They
wearing.
can't see you running fear if you wear brown pants. It's out of character.
What's fear?
It's also like wearing the red shirt so they can't see you bleed.
You, orc. What clan?
Oh, yep, that's the invisible meat. Jared's like, shit, I didn't
Sorry.
think that far.
I love that.
It's been so long I can't remember.
You speak better than the other orcs I faced.
There are other
I'm a lot
orcs.
smarter than most orcs.
There are other orcs. Cool.
Where are the rest of your
That's more
people?
meat.
You travel in packs.
I was cast away.
Why?
I was too different for their likes.
Okay. You're not like the rest of them. I won't have to destroy you.
What kind of weapon was that, out of curiosity?
Battle axe.
Good. Lets you cut the meat good.
Is he here to help you?
This is the individual I spoke of that found
Okay.
me wandering.
All right.
That's the invisible meat.
If you're all trying to fix this problem, then I'm here to help. I will assist. What can I do for you?
Currently, we do not have a primary goal besides reclaim the city. My idea is to start either locally and find and in all buildings nearby and remove the residents that are unsavory, or we bypass this current area because the homestead is fairly safe. We bypass this area and we clear the market and mayhaps clear the gate, allowing, if there happens to be other civilized individuals left, allowing for entrance into the city. What are you doing?
Well,
Sorry.
I was able to slip by anything that might ambush me. I mean, that
You-
explains that because I'm here.
Still need materials.
You are trying to destroy the creatures lurking in the city and reclaim it.
At least the ones considered unsavory.
Oh,
That hurts. You, with the clawing and the cuddles.
Okay. So, we eliminate the ones closest to us. Or you said that there's a market.
What used to be known as Market Lane. It is very clustered with objects, debris, and I think, what do you call them? Layers? Like layers of giant rats and the
they
like.
taste pretty good. They're okay.
I know the
mounds.
place you speak of.
Mounds.
Okay. So you want to clear that?
It's either that or we clear the local.
Either way, I'd prefer materials, then I can make us good stuff.
I am not very well protected. I do
Give me
not
materials,
have.
I can fix
I
that.
do not have the equipment.
You
I
have my
once
axe.
did,
Let's do it
but-
now.
And
I
my
can.
hammer.
We
I
get
can-
this
I have to
sound
go with
back,
the
that's
meme.
one step
And
closer
my
to
bow.
taking the-
I can assist
And our brother,
in multiple ways. That's a funny joke.
Donata. I'm learning.
Well, you seem to be allowing them to use your keep.
Indeed.
It's been nice.
I do not
I don't
have
get attacked
any.
by kobolds every
I do
day.
not have any spare hands except for this will be strange. He claps, and a ethereal looking, it's an identical figure to him appears, but it's not completely solid. It's not dressed the same. It's either, in this case, it actually has like shining chainmail, and he's wearing big ass gauntlets.
And that's ghost meat.
Is that how you were as you were alive?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
Because, I mean, I believe there is a portrait of an individual similar to this, but this is Lord Viss. I think from before, or maybe later. And I don't think he speaks. He might, he's not responded to me yet. But I can give him an order such as, go pick that box up, and he can pick the box up. I can reach through him, which is strange.
Do it again.
But if I try to harm him, he dissipates. If another harms him, he dissipates. But he is difficult to contact whatever is considered his core, I would assume. That's how I'm going to word
I
it.
tried to touch him to see what he felt like, and he.
Outside of character, to explain, I am a level 3 fighter, subclass Echo Knight.
Yep. You
So-
have an Echo Knight.
But I'm currently not armored as a primary. The Echo has a better armor class than I do. I think the Echo has 14 plus 2. Is that how that works?
I have no idea.
I'd have to look it up, but my phone's busy. Anyway, I am fairly decent with my fists and my feet, and these work boots work very much better than Oxfords.
Give me a weapon. I can
Or
use it.
loafers.
Same with armor.
Anyway,
And I can make crazy stuff. I started to, but then the kobolds took it.
Wow, this is civilization I found. What do you do?
I can
greetings, Emily.
hide in the shadows and I fire arrows.
Hi, Jared.
You
Literally.
can call me an archer.
Hi, Jared.
Okay.
Hi, Emily.
He's not joking for that one. Like, he
Is
steps
your
in the
brother
shadows
still down
and
here?
I look at him and he's gone.
Can you check on your
Not
brother
really.
for me? I don't know where he went.
He's up in
Can you make sure that he's not playing with the cat litter? Because he's horribly prone to that.
Well, so you
We
shoot
have-
arrows, you have 2 of you, and you are just strange. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
He is a craftsman, is what I would consider it. I don't, as he stated, he learned his trade from someone he tried to eat, which is strange, but I guess it's a fair trade for one's life.
I'll have no need for armor. Can you make weapons?
Give me the right materials. I could even make magic stuff when he blueprints.
We have claimed a storehouse to the, I'm trying to remap in my brain, to the east. There is a ladder on the eastern wall on the inside that we can climb up, and there is a rope ladder across from the wall to the storehouse, and that is how we have been getting in and out
It's been okay.
instead of climbing.
Haven't been able to fix the gate yet.
The gate
One
is in a state of disarray, and I do not have the means to fix it because I don't have the skill in metalwork. I do not have any magical skills,
Slightly.
and I do not have oil because I would try to just oil it and see if that worked.
We could scour that market area for oil to get your gate open. So
Because
I agree
With
that
40
we
would
should
be
clear
nice.
that first. Once we retake this town, we find the source of this darkness and destroy it.
I would be all right with this because
If it's a big kobold, it's gonna taste delicious.
I,
They're very
I
spicy.
miss the joyousness of society.
I miss my people. So, you've all shown me what you can do, so I'm gonna show you what I can do. And I halfway transform like I'm going into wild shape for a druid, but I stop midway between man and bear. One of my arms is a bear arm, the other one's a human arm. My facial features are half
So
Man,
like,
bear,
half
pig.
and half. It's like they've taken
Yeah.
on a bear-like form, and one of my eyes is turned green.
Furry meat. That's a new one.
interesting.
Normally it's only hairy. Furry.
Are you suffering the? I can't remember the word for bear. Starts with a U. Anyway,
Ursa?
yeah. Are you suffering the Ursa vein of lycanthropy? Ursapy, if you will.
Bless
that's
you.
that's horrible.
No, I used to be able to turn all the way into a bear. I don't know if you could tell from the robe, I'm a druid.
Ah.
But I've been
One of
corrupted
the
by
wandering
this magic. I was blessed with nature magic. I was studying nature magic, going between my form. The darkness spread and my magic was corrupted. Now, it's more or less random. Whenever I get passionate about something, you'll find that things around me change.
Magic meat. Magic meat. Invisible meat. Shadow meat.
You won't consume me.
I don't plan on it. It's just your name.
Okay.
I
Makes it
believe
easier for me to remember.
that this one would terrify me if I still felt as I used to. I don't actually have immunity to fear, but I would like to imagine that the like general fear, regular things that would worry people, doesn't worry this man. But so we will need to travel east if that is what we wish to do. I'm gonna
time
say
of day is
I'm gonna say this evening.
Okay.
Or
go.
do you breathing beings need to rest? I
been
don't.
good.
I don't.
I've been traveling all afternoon to find this place. I'd like to set up for a meal.
Okay, I was indeed cooking, which reminds me, please, orders himself to go. So the heavy armored walks in and starts cooking or something.
Let's see what he caught this time.
All right.
Last time it was another big rat. It was a good rat.
Thank you for
It
your
had babies.
hospitality.
Indeed, the House of Vis has always been hospitable.
And see, I told you, it's working. If we fix everything, more meat will come. And I can trade with the meat. I know what I'm about, damn it.
He's about the meat.
I
This dude's a walking Arby's.
I understand your principle, but the way you word it is concerning. Because I do not know if you wish to trade
That'd be nice.
meat designed individuals for objects, or
That'd be
objects
nice.
for meat designed individuals, or meat itself. Because
Yes,
okay, we'll get to that.
because
Ah.
if we get more
My home
living
is open to you. There is, on the main floor, we have, I'm going to say, 3 large rooms. There is a barracks on the 2nd floor.
That's where I got the hammer.
There's
It's a good hammer.
that used to house like the family guard. There are 16 beds, bunk style. I do not know what else happens to be in there. I did not need anything. It has been swept and dusted as of last week. I don't know why I looked like I had a watch. He actually no. He pulls
Yeah,
out
I
a
was
pocket.
gonna say pulls out pocket.
Pulls out a pocket watch.
So you did
puts it
mention
back,
that.
Yeah.
I will keep my equipment on me until it is time to rest. I
Uh,
will find my way to that
and
room whenever
I-
night falls.
I do not have a functioning dining area for some reason. The mess hall is in shambles. I have not been
Been trying
able.
to fix it.
I have not been able to remove enough debris.
But this thing, he points to the water fountain. It's neat. Still been trying to figure out how it works. That reminds me, as he reaches he's basically got a fanny pack on his. He's got a fanny pack, and like as he goes to reach into it, there's all sorts of crazy tools in there. They look in pretty good condition. Like you see you'd see stuff for like woodworking. You see stone
think
stuff.
on
And
the-
he pulls out a little bit of tinker tools. Let's see if I can get this to work today.
But I think there's a lounge. So like there's a main room, the lounge or a den, something like that, has comfy chairs. That's where the fireplace in the keep is, and it goes all the way up. Each floor has a grate, so you could do more fires.
That's cool.
And then that bottom floor has the den, 3 like bedrooms, living rooms, like restrooms, something like that. Multifunctional, and it had the mess hall as well. But the mess hall is the largest room, and currently, there's too much debris. The 2nd floor is a barracks / armory, and then the 3rd floor has like almost what would be considered a medieval office. It has paperwork of some sort, maps, and I think that's all we decided that was in it. We didn't.
Gotcha.
So like, it's functional, but it doesn't have all of the amenities. There's no like science lab or no
Yeah.
alchemist's lab or artificers. There's no. I don't have a smithy, nothing like that. But there would be. I would say there's like clubs and short swords, maybe some daggers and arrows in the barracks / armory, but they are all of. I'm going to consider them. Their max damage is 1 point less than what they're supposed to be,
Gotcha.
as a flavor. Unnecessary flavor, but I think it should be
Yeah.
that way because
Old age.
I
They're
can't-
old
I
Yeah,
crusty.
can't- I can't remember how long I decided.
100 years.
Yeah.
It was I think 2 generations. I believe is what you had said. 2 or
generations.
3.
So I'm gonna go with 3 generations because it's a little longer.
Yeah.
It has been technically 3 generations since the calamity.
Yeah, so, and I
And
think
so,
and with
either
that, it
you've
was
been
roughly
yeah.
100 years.
Either you have been walking for an exceedingly long time, or were out of time at some point due to the wild magic.
Ooh, you got isekai.
Okay.
Sounds-
I don't know exactly what's happened, but I know that I lost contact with my people. They banished me for continuing to manipulate magic after I obtained the
Yeah.
wild variant.
Instead of
They considered it a disgrace
Taboo.
to nature
Yeah.
magic. I just want to repair my magic so that I can return to them and show them that I'm no longer corrupted.
really,
Really? I was gonna say, if we were gonna have a bit of downtime
So,
beforehand, I want to see if I can get the weird fountain thing working. She said it would give water, right? So it gives water, it can water the plants, which can feed the meat, which will bring more meat, so I can trade with the meat and get more meat.
at one time, yes, this fountain did flourish, and its waters were very beautiful.
Exactly.
It's one of those 3-tiered, has some kind of statue with I think it's got one with like a bow, and the water comes out of the bow, and the elbow for some reason.
The elbow's been missing.
But currently no water's coming out of it, it's bone dry. But tis. It's not made of bone. Anyway, I
Not
guess
yet.
give me a whatever the heck a repair check would be.
Technically, it's
A tinker's tools
Yeah.
proficiency.
Yep. Which I am proficient with all
Yeah.
artisan tools.
Is that a 1?
Goddamn right it is.
That's fine.
3.
3.
So it's a. I forgot what I was doing with this.
it's one of those. I don't have the right tool. Maybe. I think I've got. the
No,
right tool.
worse. It's meat.
Got distracted.
But the eyeball pops out of the back of the head. Meat. It immediately turns around
No,
and goes.
worse. A nose.
I do have 20 constitution. I probably smell delicious.
Non-magic meat.
I'm tending the plants around the fountain while he's working on it.
Okay.
And I distracted him. That's just my
Sorry.
story.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, let's see.
So
That meat smells
Vis is currently Vis and Shadow
Good
Vis
job.
are currently cooking. And it doesn't smell the best,
Good
but
job.
it's cooking.
Alright.
He doesn't. I think I will give him like a cooking ability of some kind. I don't know what that falls under regularly, but
Typically, a lot of your tool checks are just flat dice with proficiency.
Gotcha.
There might be certain like certain skills that, 'cause it's a
Love the
variant rule,
Yeah.
where basically, like for example, with thieves' tools,
Huh.
typically a lot let you add dexterity to your.
Would it be like maybe an intelligence check, just to check against their
Yeah.
intelligence
and I don't.
for cooking, or maybe
Yeah.
it would be wisdom for cooking.
I
Yeah,
think
cooking might be wisdom
think
since it's
cooking's
kind of under
wisdom.
survival. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, my brain goes
Sur-
on like survival.
Survival is where I would, if I had no other,
Survival.
if I was trained in survival, I could cook.
So it doesn't smell the greatest. I go in, I see what they're trying to cook. Who's trying to cook?
And it's Lord Vis and his shadow, his echo.
Lord Vis and Shadow Vis.
And
Sir, what are you cooking?
it is sadly a giant rodent. I do not have access to better meats.
There's
Um,
better meats.
This one does not seem to be diseased. It just, I was having difficulty. I don't have the tools to remove.
Do you have seasonings?
Hold on.
They would be in the pantry. There's a big wooden.
Oh, hold on.
What is that called?
I gotta double check the
It's a
price
wooden
on
pantry. Like there's it's
Okay.
a specific wooden build, like not chest of drawers, but it's got
Like a
shelves. in
cabinet.
it. Cabinet with shelves and stuff.
Gotcha.
And there's spices of some kind. But like you can tell that there's been large patches of the fur removed, but it's like it was removed by hand because he doesn't have the tools
Oh my god, I can do it.
to remove the fur.
Wait, you said you were
Okay.
missing something? Just
Allow
around
me
the
to
corner.
assist you. I'm going to grab some of the spices, help him finish skinning the rodent.
I can
and
help.
try to help him
What,
cook.
what'd you say so you're missing the tools for it? Hold on, I got just the thing. He's gonna reach into his tool belt. He's gonna search a bit, and because of my ability tool belt, I can pull
I rolled a 15 to help him cook.
you can use
So-
an action to retrieve a piece of non-magical gear from your belt, apron, pack card, or wherever you keep your tools, even if you did not have it in your inventory before.
It was
The item's price in gold must be no higher than 10 times your craftsman level. So I could go up to 20 gold pieces. I pull out a set of cook's utensils. They go away after a long rest. 'Cause they just get lost back in the pack.
Okay. That might be assistful. So you successfully skin and I would say carve the rodent, get all the meat off the bone
Especially with the correct utensils.
instead of spit roasting like what this was going to do.
How many uses?
Sometime eating off of the
I have 5 uses of that.
nasty critters outside of these walls has taught me a thing or two about making sure the food tastes good.
I see. I shall try to take notes. And he pulls out like a little notebook
Okay.
and he
So-
and Echovis helps in any way you need him. So
All right. So I got a 23 to actually prepare the meal.
okay.
Nice.
So it is an excellently prepared meal. We have,
I didn't know meat could smell this way.
and I guess technically he also would have gestured to the garden because of the potatoes and tomatoes and stuff. As long as you do not take too many, I believe it shall continue to grow. That kind of thing. And so you've got like, I would consider it probably a hash. You know, you've managed to make like a rat meat steak, probably. And you've made some kind of hash with the potatoes, tomatoes, onions, peppers,
What are you doing?
Everyone,
stuff. So stuffers.
come have your dinner.
Just kidding, it's not the.
Hash, rat steak, and basically a vegetable hash. Okay.
This commands his echo to guard the door because occasionally something makes it over the wall. Since I would gathering where in a cluster seems to be the best choice of action. I do not. I have some stools we may sit on, or we can sit on the ground.
Which is still weird.
I am not bothered by either.
I'll just sit cross-legged on the ground.
Okay, so, and there are like some chipped plates and bent forks and spoons, that kind of thing.
The material this strange creature is made of.
Nah, not really. It's blob.
Blob.
Blob. Best way I can describe it, really. It's blob.
So,
Well, I need to get more.
Use, that's what matters.
so we all have eaten and have taken a short rest, technically.
Right after we get done eating, Tim's gonna pick up the plate. He's gonna stare at it for a minute, because you said it's got a chip. Stare at it. After a minute, cast mending and fix the plate.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the fancy ring. You helped me make it. I appreciate it.
Could you do that to more things around the buildings later?
As long as they're together.
Why don't
it's
you
just
do
a
that
crack.
to the damaged gate?
It has to be whole. Basically, for example, let's say it picks up like a piece of plate that's already like shattered and there's like bits missing. I could put together the bits that I could put together the stuff that is still connected, but if it's like dust, I can't do anything about it. So let's say that you cut the plate in half, I could fix that. But if you shattered it to pieces and didn't have all the pieces, I couldn't put all that together.
It is whole, it's just rusted.
I couldn't do it with that. That would have to be manual labor. And we'd have to get to the gate and clear the stuff that's nearby.
Well, the gate on the the castle wall is the one that's rusted
Oh.
shut. That's the only problem with
And
it.
typically
But-
rust
I
mending doesn't really take away
I
rust.
think mending could, but for story reasons, I'm not going to allow it due to the size.
That's fine.
Because you can only do it to a specific size thing,
I think so. Let me double check mending.
I believe. It's something
Okay.
like a cubic foot.
Okay.
So I might have repaired
so you
some of
could
the
do-
gears, maybe.
So you might have found, that would actually, seeing that, this would be like, so we could use the western door.
Hold on a minute.
So how was dinner?
It was weird. It had other flavors. I want
This
more.
is still politely eating, and he was like, I honestly have no clue.
Probably been the best meal I've had in a long time.
I apologize, I cannot taste.
The meat
It's
has
okay.
other. The meat has other flavors.
Sustenance is sustenance.
The meat has other flavors. I
So
want more flavors.
I can totally imagine that Vis didn't even think about cooking because he doesn't need to breathe. He probably still is.
Or like every so often
But
it's.
nothing would work the same, I don't think. Smells would not smell right as an undead, I wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it's the spell
And
repairs.
he doesn't need to eat, so if he does eat, it'd just be like, cool, I ate something.
Rations can help you survive, but only a good home-cooked meal can
Make you
nurture the soul.
can make you feel alive. So,
This spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch. This is a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, torn clack, or a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no larger than a foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. So technically, you shattered a plate to the pieces and got all the pieces together, it could.
yeah.
Cool.
But, for example, with the clearing of the rust, maybe that's a prestidigitation thing?
Maybe. I don't
I
have
don't-
Presto.
One of those cantrips could do it, technically, but you'd have to do it in pieces. And I
Let
would
us
make
go
it
clear
look
the
like-
market now that we've had a good meal.
So,
Find some oil to repair that gate.
sounds excellent. Right this way. And he trades places suddenly with Shadowvis and then walks ahead of the group.
Ghost meat still is ghost meat.
So it's like he was standing in front of you talking, and then the shadow one was standing there in the same gesture, and then he like relaxes and then follows himself.
Technically, I think what you're thinking of is, it is in Presto, but you instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Gotcha.
Which I don't know if you could technically clean rust that way, that'd be up to you.
Yeah. I would allow, like, you could do sections,
Yeah, which I do not have Presto.
but
I think I
anyway,
can get it later, but I'd have to have the ring longer.
I play rules light. Vis leads you to the ladder, and he says that he will bring up the rear. Actually, no, probably best if he does.
I got it.
So, or actually,
I'm a
yeah.
very
Can
good
you
rear
reach
end.
the market with your bow from the top of this tower?
How big is the city? That is a good question.
I think I'm going to call it like 5 square miles.
Whew.
It's a very large, but it's not a clustered city because there's a bunch of these.
I'd imagine they're, like each area is technically gated off.
No.
Or it's definitely
So
sectioned.
there's there's the cobbled path, cobbled roads, whatever, and then between sections, it's extra wide.
Gotcha.
Um,
And might have old trees, that sort of thing.
yeah.
Okay.
But like the Nobles district, you've got a lot of, so like there's a building and then there's a great big area of its courtyard and the wall. There's like 4 or 5 of these within within one of those like 2-mile bubbles. Something like that.
Gotcha.
Right.
But yeah,
So you can't reach the market from the top of the tower. So we shall sneak into the market through the shadows and strike them on their weak side.
I won't be as stealthy, just chunk, chunk, chunk.
Can you get
I-
rid of that box?
Rude. No, better yet, I can just, and you see him start to change and morph, and there's a shiny gold cup on the ground.
I'll just carry the cup.
Good. I can't speak this way yet.
Okay.
I thought about taking the feat that lets me do it, but
And is it, so you can be any small or medium object?
small
right?
or medium.
Okay,
Okay.
I cannot be weapons yet.
yeah.
Or armor
like-
yet.
I don't believe I've seen him go that small. He's been about this big usually.
Convenient, stealthy.
He mimics, haha, that's funny. He mimics the things around him. He's been a footlocker more often than anything.
As soon as you say that, if the cup's still on the ground, like the bottom skitters, I can still move from the floor. Don't ask me why. And then turns back into the chest. And then back into the cup.
I was like, I believe the cup is okay. Please stay as the cup. Should I do the carrying? You seem more combat capable currently.
Yes, you can carry it.
Carries the cup.
I bear my shield. I don't pull my axe out. Let's progress.
So we travel through the city. I'm gonna do some higher lows because I
Why?
can.
Because
Ray,
I
Ray
said
has
so.
already declared. These ones don't make as much noise. 60, that is high.
Nice.
That's how I go to bed.
Good.
Good. Okay, so in the first stretch, I'm gonna do 3 stretches before we get to the market.
Okay, travel.
So first stretch, there is no combat. You do find, like, you can witness that there are critters in the area, but they aren't directly hindering your travels. So I don't believe you feel that you need to take care of them currently. You successfully stealth past them.
Market is the target.
So Ray chose the first. Louis, high or low?
Low.
Low is good. That is
A 0.
Ought 6. There is nothing hindering your path besides like a small 3-foot barricade of some kind that is very old because you can tell at one time it was some kind of makeshift palisade wall, but it's just a pile of junk. And it blocks the whole.
The cup squirms in
you're
the
easy-
hand a little bit.
I kind of look for barrels among this rubble.
Roll me an investigation since you.
Yeah, I
are
was gonna
looking
say, the
very
cup kind of
specific.
squirms a bit, like it's vibrating slightly.
Okay.
Trying to vibrate to get out of the
Okay.
grip.
What do you need, friend?
Rolls on the ground, changes back. There might be materials. Gonna investigate for materials.
Okay.
18 for
18.
barrels.
Fuck. Hold
You
on.
find
You said investigation?
yes, investigation because you're looking for specifics. That's how I differentiate investigation and perception. Investigation, you do find
26.
one, the regular size wooden barrels, what are those, 2.5 foot tall.
Okay.
This appears to be a cask of some kind of alcoholic beverage.
Nice. It's super
It
rich.
has, it's got like one little hole at the top. It is sitting upright.
All right.
26.
Suppose I could.
The two extremes. Nat 1, 19.
This could be useful. I'm gonna gather some of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
You can either gather some or you can mark it for, I'm going to call it reclaiming. You could like chalk mark it or something with a symbol you'd recognize.
Okay. Yeah.
and
We can
then-
come back to this
and-
later.
And stash it in a place that you would think to look again instead of either going ahead and carrying it with you or backtracking.
Yep. I'm not
So-
gonna carry it.
so
So,
you-
we'll gather it on our way back.
So,
Nobody drink this alcohol.
What's that?
Just remember not to drink what's in this barrel.
Okay. Don't drink from barrels. Got it.
Don't drink from any barrels. Okay.
sorry, that's
going.
humorous to me. Jared, hi, hello, sir.
But there was the 26.
Oh, sorry. You successfully find, like, wrought iron, like pokers and fire tools,
Yes.
and then like what was railing in the pile of debris.
how much weight wise?
I would call it 45 pounds because wrought iron's pretty
Okay.
heavy.
He's gonna set it along with the alcohol. I mean, I could shape change with it, but that's really fucking heavy. So I'm good.
So you just pop your little head out of the goblet and tell him to mark that?
Well, no, it was a.
He like tried
Yeah,
to
it was-
vibrate out of my hand and said, "What do you need, Finn?"
Yeah, and then I must look for materials. Is basically what happened. Okay, I'm good. If I vibrate again, set me down. Back to cup.
Okay.
The only thing of use. I was hoping for oil, but this alcohol can help.
Hello, Jared.
High is good.
It is good. It is an '09.
My bad.
So, as you are trying to go through the only path you can see the marketplace, but the only easy path is through an alleyway. The rest you would either have to remove debris or to climb over. It depends on how quickly you want to go. There is.
How narrow is the alley?
It is a
Can I
5-foot
do that?
wide alley.
Okay, I can just do that.
Do you want to climb it, or do you want to take the alley?
There's like a.
I can
would
climb this. Can you
I
guys
would I would
climb
call it like a 25-foot wall of debris.
Wait, hold on.
That's what I would consider it.
this? Okay.
I'm not going to.
Doesn't tell me I have spider climb as an
Uh-huh.
object, so
Yeah.
just carry me and you're good.
Okay. Can you climb this?
I have a
You
rope,
kind
so I
of
should be
stumbled
good.
out of the air earlier.
I got some rope. I'll be right.
All right. I don't think we should go through dark, narrow alleyways. It's easy to get set fire there. So let's go through this debris.
So give me athletics checks for the climbing. I guess you can use acrobatics. I guess you don't need
Yeah,
to.
I'm good.
24.
19 on the die. This does fine.
Nice.
He like holds you up here and then like grabs and then lifts and trades hands.
You go because you barely can't reach, and the cup just scuttles out of his hand to give you a hand grab.
So is it a wall of debris?
It's not
Or is
a
it
straight. It's a
Like
wall.
mound.
It's
okay.
What did my cup
From
eyes
the top
see?
of the mound, we can see the market.
from the top
Yeah.
of the mound. You can see the market.
Can we happen to
Uh,
spot how
What do my
many
cup eyes see with a perception check?
enemies we may be facing?
Sorry, what?
What do my cup eyes see with a perception check?
Okay.
'Cause I can still do shit. Perception is a 14.
14.
Because I am not proficient with
Um,
this character.
So, as a vague description, you can see large piles of debris. I would say 20, 25 different piles. Some of them are like, they look like maybe they were designed to funnel something in a direction. Some of it just looks like it was stuff that was useless and tossed into a pile. As you are investigating, you hear a noise, and in very broken common, "Ooh, shiny!" Grapple a athletics check. Can you do athletics checks as an item?
Oh no, he can grab me.
Okay. So, a small hand grabs the golden object from the mound
Cool.
and pulls.
He counts as grappled.
He counts as grappled.
Hold on, I gotta double
Okay.
check the ability.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let's see.
But it's you hear you hear at your feet a "ooh, shiny," and then because I had set the cup down.
Hold on.
And I'm going to
Okay.
ask.
Oh, as soon as it grabs and looks, and it's like, ooh, shiny. It goes to bite him. I'm gonna make a bite attack on him because I can as a
And
cup.
so it's a surprise round.
So
right
and
this second.
if it's surprised, I have advantage.
Yeah. It wouldn't expect it.
So 17 plus.
It wouldn't expect to find something in its city that would attack it.
I mean, I'm technically
That's an
proficient
item.
with it because it's my mount.
We
So
knew it was too shiny.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna dig out my monster manual. I should. Am I going to?
7 points of bite. 7 points of piercing because I bite
Okay.
it. I can stay as the
I'm
cup
gonna-
if I want.
I'm gonna say that it is still.
How big is this area that I'm in now? Now that
You're in. I would call it a cramped space. I don't have a better description.
Okay, no transformation. Kill him as a cup. Let's do this.
This is a. There's a small creature. I'm assuming a kobold could be considered small.
Yeah,
or at
they are
least
considered
I
small.
was gonna say, or a variant of a kobold is considered small.
Yeah,
but
kobolds are small.
It's a kobold. So it has grabbed you. You grabbed it back with your teeth. I would like Jared, Louis, and Ray to roll initiative.
21.
Initiative is your dexterity modifier
20.
plus your roll.
15.
So
Oh, I have. Okay, 22.
lazy.
I'm a very slow
Louis
archer.
20.
Remember, you add your wisdom. You add dex and wisdom since you're
Oh,
going
dex
Are we
and
still
wi-
in the
and
middle of
wisdom?
the mound?
You're on the
Got
top
you.
of.
So
On the top of the mound.
17.
Is there good
Nice.
footing?
What'd
Well-
you
22.
get? 22. Interesting.
The cup is chosen violence.
I have a 20.
This has. I'm going to just use the die roll for now. Because I don't have stats written down for them. And then the critters have a, apparently 22.
Damn.
Wow.
I have +4 dex if that matters. I would probably go first.
So I'm gonna just call this a critter. And I'm going to go ahead and let you go first, yeah.
What's the meat taste like? Is it spicy kobold meat?
It's, I would call it bland cobalt meat. I don't know what that,
The basic ones that live in the sewers. Meat's meat. Bite attack.
okay.
20. Soft.
20 is a hit.
7 more points of piercing.
Okay, it is still alive. It
Holy
does not look
shit.
happy, but it's alive. Because I'm crafting numbers in my
I gotta double check something. What's my
They don't
what's
regularly
my armor
have
class
this much
as a
health, I
cup?
don't think. But currently it has more health than this, because why not?
It
Can we just
doesn't
go through a
tell-
full turn?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well,
Plot armor.
plot armor. I'm allowed to do that. I'm DM. I could just say you don't hit it, because I'm a dick. I don't
Good.
plan on doing that. Apparently, Jonathan
Okay,
and-
unable to use any equipment, so
Jonathan swore I was going to be like a super dick when I ran them in an adventure kind of recently. And it's like, why would I?
what's my armor
typically-
class as a cup?
You're made of gold,
I
assume.
would consider it to be.
Because I technically
Hopefully not
can't use my
crazy
armor
high.
as a cup, so
I would consider it to be 10 plus. I guess your con modifier.
plus con.
That sounds.
Okay, so
that
13.
That sounds
I
appropriate.
am at
It would
13
just-
currently.
That would be
Yeah.
material strength.
Okay,
Yeah, that makes sense.
that's
I
fine.
don't know how else to do that, and I'm not going to look it up.
I can't do anything as a bonus action, can I? Oh, I should have tongued it.
So after the first bite, he was like, "Ah, what?" Second bite, "Oh, shiny bitey." So it's going to try to bash you on the debris.
It might hurt.
No, and he's just gonna like swing and hit himself. And so I'm gonna say that's 3 hit points to itself because it sounds
Does it
fair.
kill itself with its own
Knocked himself
damage?
out?
No,
No.
it is still conscious, and it scurries deeper into the mouth.
Is it still holding me?
Yeah, because you've grappled it, right? That's because it's
That would
considered
be with
grappled.
a tongue attack, so
Oh.
unfortunately no.
It's not considered grappled.
Not well. It was whenever it grabbed me,
When it
but if
first
it
grabbed.
let go, then
Oh, okay. Well, he hasn't let go.
Oh,
He
cool.
tried to swing you, and then he tried to run
fool.
while holding the shiny, because it's still shiny.
The shiny costs his thing, but I must
And
take shiny.
It's like boss.
It said boss.
Louis, 'tis your turn.
Okay, so
I'm going to give you the information that it is 15 feet below you in the mouth.
Yeah, 'cause it was, you saw the cup, it's gone. And then heard pain.
Um,
I'm considering going back for the alcohol and burning the whole den.
if that is your choice, you can take a dash action, and that will take you, I'm assuming, 60 feet, because it would be your movement times 2, or is your movement higher than 30?
He doesn't get
No,
the
it's
40 yet
30.
till
Okay.
next level.
Let me think. So it's
Oh my
15
goodness.
feet below me. I want to spend my move action climbing down into the mound to see if I can get a gauge on how open it is and whether or not there is a large number of kobolds or a small number of kobolds
So,
inside the mound.
just a little bit of movement of your feet and like poking at it with the axe maybe, or shuffling it with your shield, you can see a small like indention and then holes approximately, I'd think about that big.
And blood.
And yeah, there's some blood, and there's 2 separate of those holes that came to this little, what would have been like an air pocket, for lack of a better description. And you can dig in one of those directions. I'm going to say left or right.
Okay.
And you've moved like 5 feet is all you've moved.
Okay, so I'm gonna go left.
I'm gonna go left.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if left is where he went. You
I'm holding
don't-
my weapon out while I'm moving, by the way.
Okay. Left is indeed where he made it. So this is considered difficult terrain. So typically you're only allowed to move half your movement. Is how that ends up working out.
Okay.
So half your movement's 15 feet.
Yep.
So you move the debris. You're fighting through it, and you come across a single kobold with blood on his forehead and probably his cheek, and he's got a shiny cup in his hand. And
No.
Cup.
Well, no. The cup is latched onto his
So
hand.
I can picture. So the bottom of the cup is latched to this thing's hand, like what would normally be like a flat metal piece is like wrapped with teeth around its wrist,
Okay.
and it's like trying to hit it on shit.
Uh,
Bad shiny, bad shiny,
I'm not.
boss, bad shiny.
all right. So
I'm not here with you. You're here with me.
Bad shiny.
I'm just gonna try and knock it out with my shield.
Okay.
I'm going for a downswing, smack it right in the face, knock it out.
As a informative, any attack with any weapon can be declared as non-lethal. Just so you know.
Okay. I'm just trying
Even
to
if
knock
it's
it
a-
out and get the cut back.
So, are you going to go ahead and do the shield, knock it in the face? Or
Yeah.
are you
I
going to
think
hit it
that
with the flat
normally
of your
takes
axe
a
or
feat.
something?
Oh no, it's a feat for bonus action
Yeah.
shield bash.
Yeah.
I don't remember
But
if it normally.
I am
does
okay
damage.
with anybody and everybody using a shield
Yeah.
bash. You do not get your proficiency modifier to your attack roll. You just would use straight strength.
Okay.
Or dex if you can say that you're using, like, if it was to flip, I guess, would be a dex. Shield bash will be strength.
Okay. I got an 11.
An 11. So I'm going to say you hit him, but it does not cause damage. You, rules wise, you didn't use armor class.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you hit him, and he was like, rah! And now he's going to, like, he's focused on you with the hand.
He points at you with a V.
Jared, I'm going to say you just watched this humanoid, I'm assuming, dig through this pile of debris, and there's a now man-sized opening, and you can sort of kind of see a creature doing combat with at least him,
And a shiny in
and there might be a shiny in one hand. I'm going to say this technically gives the critter 3/4 cover, is what it's called.
Okay.
So that's a minus.
I don't
or that's-
remember.
So that would be roll twice and take the lower unless you have the sharpshooter feat.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah,
he's
no,
not.
I don't.
He's not human.
So disadvantage
Yeah.
for those.
For what?
Tabby, what are you doing? Yeah,
The
unless
one
you
that
went
has
in
my
for
nachos?
melee. But that's up
Or
to you.
mommy's nachos?
I mean, I'll probably
I
do
guess
that.
if mommy
since
does
it is
let you
an
have your
enclosed
nachos.
space.
Yeah, and
Yes.
if it's within 30 feet.
Yes.
But that, you'd have to
I'm
go straight
okay
in.
with you having mommy's nachos.
I mean, I'll climb in and
Okay.
join the fight.
Okay,
I'll pull out my quarterstaff and
okay.
bash
And
him.
so you dig your way in, make a little bit of more of an opening. It no longer has the cover from your attack.
Okay.
So it's the orc trudges in behind you, making another path in this debris. Stuff's breaking, snapping, like wood pieces, and potentially weak, like marble maybe, or limestone. Stuff that buildings were made out of and
That
they
just-
broke. That broke at some point, and because of the type of movement you're doing, you're breaking things. Anyway, make your attack roll.
Alrighty. 13 plus 6.
That is
19.
a
That
hit.
hits.
That is a hit.
And then d6, 2 damage.
It would be plus.
Oh, plus 4,
well,
so
quarterstaff
6.
isn't light, so it'd be plus strength. I
Is
think.
it considered finesse?
I don't think so.
So it's
Let me
6
confirm.
damage.
6 damage.
Well, let me confirm with quarterstaff.
But we will go with 6 damage.
Yeah. I mean, my app is telling me 1d6 bludgeoning plus 4 plus damage.
Okay, so I guess it is.
But so it's flak.
It's
and-
versatile.
and,
Simple staff. It does
uh,
not say that. But that's whatever. Continue.
This critter, his eyes roll back in his head, and he falls backwards.
He's probably concussed. Big wood stick tends to split things.
You can hear scurrying and debris moving. Combat has not ended.
Okay.
It just as a clarification, his race
So I'm still a cup.
still a cup attached to a
Oh.
You can feel a pulse because you're attached to its wrist. It's not dead. It's unconscious.
That's fine. That
I don't
means
know
it's
if you-
conscious. Unlatch. Roll down the tunnel.
Okay.
Not skitter.
You
Roll.
roll down the tunnel. Okay.
Because I'm a shiny cup, motherfucker.
And so,
I know what I'm about.
so you're not even being hindered by difficult terrain at the.
Well-
you're just rolling.
I'm a small item.
Yeah.
If small creatures get through it, I move normal.
Okay. So yeah. So he's moving.
But instead of skittering,
So he rolls.
I'm just.
He rolls 30 feet into the darkness. Can you see in
Yes,
darkness?
I have dark vision.
Okay.
I have dark vision as well.
Okay.
I think we all do.
Vis does not. Vis is just like
Right.
hanging out up
But
top.
I'll roll 30
Said
feet
that.
and then wait.
So Vis went from like most of the time he's been standing, hands clasped, arms crossed, hands in his pockets. The one behind his hand. He's fallen into this one.
I
And
thought
he's-
he did the old man.
Nah. He's fallen into kind of a defensive stance, but he's hanging up on top of the mound. He has picked up an object and looks like he might throw it maybe.
Okay.
See how dumb these guys are.
So you've rolled into the darkness.
I can't speak while transformed. So.
Inner monologue is what we'll
I'm
call
totally not going to make a roll for this. You hear from the hole he just rolled down. Oh, shiny!
Oh, shiny.
And let me double check if I could use my bite as a reaction. I'm not
and
certain.
so he has been grabbed, and you hear the scurrying go further away. But also, behind you in the mound comes an attack.
Okay, I would have to use my. I'll have to use my action to do that. So I
So
can't.
I don't believe that hits anybody besides maybe Vis.
Or the cup.
It wouldn't hit Vis either. So,
I'm grabbing some.
like it's a crossbow bolt comes out of the debris and in between you two and goes further into debris.
Okay.
It is now your turn because he took his. What soda? The orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I note the crossbow.
I finished the last one off last night.
I'm going to continue crawling through the path, but now I'm holding my shield up.
So you're heading down. after
I'm
him?
going down after him, yes.
Okay, so you make it 15 feet down, and you can see another critter holding the cup.
Is it the one that shot the crossbow bolt?
You mean another critter
this-
that is grappled by the cup?
This is not the one that shot. That came from behind you. You went
Good
forward.
chief.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It is this creature is within. So you moved 15 feet. It was. You can see. It is 45 feet
Oh.
from you.
Since I'm grappling him, I have advantage
Okay.
to attack.
I'm gonna pull my weapon out, prepare to fight it.
That's good to know.
Okay.
I need a second
Uh,
place.
Do you announce that you're behind it, or do you?
Yep.
Okay, so you.
Hey, Creighton,
Do you want to try to
let
intimidate
go of the
it?
cup.
Do you want to try to intimidate it
if I can.
or persuade it? Because you can use all of those skills even in combat.
Sure.
Because you're not within range to use your axe.
I'll try to startle it.
It's like it would take an
See
action.
if I can make it drop the shiny.
And so that's an opposed roll.
I got
I'm going to
12.
Sadly, it says my shiny and like clings it closer to it.
All right. I'm a lot bigger than that kobold. It's about to die.
Do you have any bonus actions you would like to do?
No,
Oh my.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just ready to kill it.
Not you,
Ah.
Jared.
Yes, sir.
So the humanoid has dug further forward,
Mhm.
and he hollers
I'm
at
disappointed I
something.
didn't record
Drop
this.
the shiny. What?
I'm disappointed I didn't record this. Unless that does VODs.
I mean, I'm assuming if he has
this'll
his
s-
Twitch account
I'm,
set
I'm,
up to.
I'm streaming. and
Well,
it'll,
will it save it as a VOD?
it'll save it as a. I can save it when I stop it.
Cool. Share it with Callie. So she's
I have a couple things, couple questions to clarify. So, did I notice the crossbow bolt as well? Since I was in the same
didn't.
room.
Yes. you
And
didn't
how dark is it?
It is. I would consider it. Past. It would be like what we call dark 30. You know,
Okay.
it's dark
Yeah.
30.
Okay.
Inside the mound
Mhm.
is much darker than that.
Okay. Would I be able to use my what's it?
It's
my,
typically once you enter shadows, you become invisible.
Yeah,
Okay.
doing that.
And
Like, yeah.
even if they have
So-
dark vision, he is immune. He is invisible
yeah.
to dark vision.
I forget what that's called. I'm trying to find it.
So I would think actually you are semi-permanently invisible. Right?
Yeah.
Is
At
that
least
how
right
that works?
well,
'Cause it's
once
dark.
he enters actual darkness, then I think yeah,
Okay.
or like once it turns
Well,
night,
'cause it-
he for sure would.
Well, so it'd be dark 30. So it'd be one of those. If he moves into the wrong spot, he's seen. But right.
Gotcha.
So right now, I guess he's been a walking shadow to you all. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And so like, he was there 1 minute. You could see him. You were talking to him. You went and focused somewhere else. And where'd he go? That's a weird
Can't
shaped
talk to
shadow.
Cup yet.
So, I think I'll stick there and wait to see if whatever shot that crossbow bolt shows itself.
Okay.
Set up an ambush sort of
So
thing.
Are you
You could
going-
use your action to. Oh, you could hold your action to make an attack whenever you see another crossbow bolt come out, and you could shoot that area.
Okay. That sounds right.
sounds
Yeah, because holding your action, you can hold it to, for example, like I said, shoot there. Like let's say that you're waiting for an enemy to come into range, you're gonna try to grab them, that sort of thing.
So, the way hold actions work, you can you declare a trigger. So, example, when I see a kobold, when I see a crossbow bolt, I cast said spell. I attack the creature I see. I attack from the direction the attack came from.
Okay.
So, if you choose to attack the direction the crossbow came from, that would be a roll twice, take the lower.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Correct.
One thing to note, let's say that you're holding a spell to cast and it isn't a cantrip, and let's say that you either change the spell or you just don't cast it, you still lose that spell slot
Yeah.
because you're technically getting the magic ready. Just so you know in
Which
advance,
Is a
because that's happened to me.
Yeah. And I totally understand it, but it's silly to
Yeah.
know at the same time. Because it's like, damn it, I wasted a spell slot.
And
Ooh.
especially if you change to something else, then you waste 2, and it's like, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll hold my action to attack with my bow when I see a crossbow bolt.
So you reset your equipment, you draw your bow, because the way that I can picture that is you draw it, and you like keep your eyes open, maybe in constant movement.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Vis goes down the other side of the mound a little bit, and you can hear combat over there. You can hear the sound of him. How about thee? Verily, I'm kidding.
Oh God!
Draw your weapon!
Your weapon scares me not, creature. Something like that. You will not be the death of me.
Joke's on you, I'm already dead. What are you going to do? Kill me again?
That's how he would respond to a sentient humanoid.
Yeah.
Okay. A civilized sentient
Yeah.
humanoid, more correct, because kobolds are sentient. We just don't portray them
They
that way. a lot.
shiny.
But
That's
ooh,
about
shiny. I mean, kobolds, goblins, lots of times orcs in traditional D&D. Ooh, shiny. So it's ooh, shiny. Ooh, shiny. Ooh, shiny. And then there's ogres. Bleh, shiny. You're welcome. Anyway, back to Mr. Cup.
It's locked in here with me. And since I realized I'm grappling it, I have advantage to attack.
Okay.
13?
13 does not do enough to damage it, is how I'm going to word it.
So it's,
So it's like, and it goes, and
it's locked in here with me.
So strength check.
Okay. I still have my regular stats. 17.
Okay.
Or is it athletics?
That'd be strength athletics technically.
Yeah, still 17.
Because it's an opposed grapple check. Because
Gotcha.
it was trying to throw you. And so it goes, "Huh," and I can picture the teeth sink in further or something. And it's just panicking now. And it goes through a tunnel a little bit. So you were chasing it down, and there, you can tell the tunnel still goes down. It barreled into the debris. You have temporarily lost sight of it.
Okay.
Pause, because it's Ray's turn. So no,
That was
the
my...
critter. So the critter's turn was to try to throw it at you.
Successful?
It failed.
Yeah, it went...
So it might have barely left its fingers.
Yeah, and then just...
And then it went. I'm assuming it makes that noise.
Yeah.
And it goes and runs to its right.
That's where we go.
I feel like the kobolds will all kill themselves dealing with this cup.
And it is actually your turn, sir.
Alright, I'm going
Years
to...
later, days later, another kobold did. Hey, did you hear about
Can
that other
I
den?
take passive perception
about
to
it?
see if I can
There was
figure
a
out
cup.
if it went further?
Cup killed the entire den.
Yes.
The cup killed the
14.
entire.
Can you go
Oh,
further
look,
underground?
shiny.
He went in a different direction in the mound, but not further down. So you can go 15 feet to get to where he was, and then you can pinpoint exactly where he is, but you can tell that he's...
I'll take 15 feet to see the path that he went down.
And so he's made it to a curve in the tunnel, and he's smacking the hand on stuff at the curve, and that piece is there's a concrete piece or something, like a piece of a building. So you must be at the foundation or something, and it's trying to beat the cup on it, and it's failing.
Okay, so
It goes
can
this
I
way
use the
and
rest
then,
of my
like,
move action to get to it
Um,
and attack? Or is it too far away?
It is too far away to attack with melee. If you happen to have some sort of ranged,
I have a
be
javelin on
it
me.
thrown, you can try to do a thrown
Alright.
ranged attack.
Yeet.
And
holster my axe, pull a javelin out. I'm gonna try and spear it.
Sounds excellent.
And that was
Persecuted.
a 10.
10. So the javelin goes just between like its neck and its ear and sticks into the debris. Boing, 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 boing. And it and it turns to face you, cup in hand. And it's got,
Drop the cup! I'm gonna intimidate
I
it.
can't!
Natural 20 to intimidate.
Maybe it'll be
I
intimidating enough
can't!
to cut
Oh,
its
It
hand off.
tries to smack it on
I
stuff.
thought he was gonna go, oh, get off the hand.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna open.
It does have a hatchet in hand. It doesn't have enough intelligence. I dropped it! Don't kill me!
Let go!
It
Let go of the kobold and come back to me. I'm trying to protect you.
This is funnier to me than it needed to be. I like it.
Love it. I don't care about you, Kobold. You! Teeth just bite it harder.
Okay. Jared, you hear this statement. Come back to me, Cup. Let go of the kobold.
It's a hell of a quote. It's added to the book.
There was no crossbow bolt
Okay.
between rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because they don't know you're there.
Yeah.
That vision is based on movement.
I mean, for him, yeah. Did that shadow fucking move?
You have a pencil.
I can
Maybe.
one.
I accidentally forgot to put my proficiency bonus into my attack.
There you go.
One first. Okay.
Yeah. I had to double check my box.
I have upset my dresser. Go back together.
Thank you.
Donata.
Stupid dresser. Donate.
Okay.
Alright.
What do you do?
Um.
You can hear this still combating something over the top of the mound. He seems to be like he threw something into the debris, so you know there's at least room to attack down there. And the path to him is not considered difficult terrain anymore because he's damaged enough to get through it. So,
Okay.
like, if you wanted to escape, get back out, you could move your full 30 feet. To go further in any direction, down, sideways, forward, technically, you would have to use half movement.
So
But-
I'm breaking a path into it.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Is it like a slope down?
Yeah, so the way the mound works, it was one of these things, and it was mostly flat on top. And I would say it's probably, what did I say earlier, 25 feet? Is that what I said?
15 feet deep.
Well, you went 15
25
feet so
25
far, and then he
feet
went another
over
15.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
15 feet deep.
15 feet deep. Okay. So actually, so you've hit level, actually. There is no more down unless there are dirt tunnels you haven't found. Because there's just been paths along, you can see dirt where you're at.
Yep.
And so there is one dirt tunnel that's forward a little bit that you think that's where he was going originally, but then he veered off.
Okay.
So you can see dirt around his feet, and then there's debris in like every other direction.
Okay. I will slide down there and join them and
Okay.
check everything out.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check so you don't take his legs out.
That's a 7. With
As long as you beat a 10, I'm going to say you successfully
Okay.
get to.
I think. What is it? What would that be? Dex?
Athletics
it'd be
plus
a-
strength.
it'd be
Oh, strength. Okay.
athletics
Either
or-
way, it's 11.
So 11. So you successfully slide to the square behind him. And I don't know if you've got a weapon drawn or whatever.
I probably
But,
still have my bow out from
You can
action.
see the a couple of steps in front of him, and then a tunnel down, and then there are two separate tunnels, but you can't see in them from where you're standing. Oh my goodness!
Oh my.
Oh my.
She wanted the guy.
Oh. Yeah, Alan Alan wants to play with my dice all the time.
Where are the big green ones?
They're on the table over there, but they've been on the floor. I would want to clean them first.
You
'cause
know, if you would have taken a nap when I laid you down.
infants like to try to chew on the foam dice, so
Yeah.
I would need to like dunk them in bleach water and then dry them. As long as the bleach water didn't eat the foam. And if it ate the foam, I'd then have to go to the Dollar Tree and buy another pack of 4. But that's beside the point.
Actually,
Actually,
if you
I
make
think,
it dilute enough, it'll be fine.
I think they're actually packs of 2. But whatever. They were actually a super funny investment to me. Because I got them, Bailey bought them for my birthday one year.
Mm-hmm.
So I then had 4 great big dice. You know how it takes 4 dice to roll up character sheets? When people had to make character sheets for a while, I was like, you have to roll these.
Yep.
So you can't lie to me about what,
Yep.
because they're great big green dice.
That's awesome.
That was mostly because Nathan was still involved in game nights, and he would do the thing where he'd roll his 2d6s. I'm like, why do you do that? It doesn't matter what your stats are really, but if you're gonna be blatantly, obnoxiously stealthy about it. Anyway,
Natural one. But
from where you're at, you cannot visibly see any targets.
okay.
You could say.
They're all brown coat.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
for damn sure, you're invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point you've been.
So you feel a presence behind you.
I guess I'll just announce myself. Say I'm here now.
Ah,
Whoa! Where are you?
right here.
Right here.
Okay. He's
me-
over there.
Let me.
Yeah, well-
I will tap on his shoulder.
I
Okay.
was gonna say, meanwhile.
So I will allow, so there's actions called help action, that kind of. I will allow a help action as you help him with balance or something, and I will give you another 5 foot of movement on this turn.
Okay.
Vis hollers from the top of the mound. He says, "I've got one,"
Okay.
and
Kill it like
he's
the
got
rest.
one, and it's limp, and he's got it wrapped up in some cloth or something he found. Are we supposed to kill them?
We can feed it to the mimic later, but I want to try and get information from him.
Information would be an excellent idea, I would assume. I'll go make a pile. And he wanders out of view. Now, Louis. Oh no, sorry. Ray, not Louis. My bad.
The
Ray goes
cup
first.
is still an object. It gets a move action.
23 to bite.
Okay, you successfully bite.
3 points of piercing. So it was a 1.
Ah! So does it have advantage to attack you or disadvantage?
Nope. It would have to grapple me. I'm grappling it, so I have
Okay.
advantage. It does
And
not.
so it just has regular attack on
Yeah.
you?
It would just be regular. It wouldn't even
Okay.
be a disadvantage. If it wants to try to break the grapple, it would take an action.
Okay, so does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get hit with a hatchet.
Ow.
I know that's not their normal weapon set, but it's got a hatchet. I'm gonna say you take 5 points of damage.
Da-da-da.
Gold is pretty soft, as
Bonk.
long as it's pure gold and not just like a plated gold.
And so he just swings at the shaft of, because I'm picturing a golden cup, so it'd be a goblet. I'm picturing the
Yeah.
flat
Yep.
with the stem and
Yep.
then the goblet. So
Yep.
he attacks the stem and is
Oh.
upset because it doesn't break.
This gold cup is 30 hit points, motherfucker.
And then he sees you and then tries to hide. Hide in the debris. And so he's not doing it successfully, but
Can't hide from me.
kobolds don't regularly get it, goblins get it, but I don't care, I gave it to this kobold.
That's fine.
He took-
This might be a
So,
specific
like,
archetype.
He digs a little bit into the debris where a tunnel isn't, and is trying to hide. He rolled a total of a 7, So you see him. He's 15 feet from you, but cattywampus now. Like some of the debris is protecting him, maybe, but that's about it.
Alright. So I'll approach slowly.
I will declare that there is a crossbow bolt again, and because it doesn't know you're there.
It could attack him if it even thought, but it'd be with disadvantage since he's
11.
Nope.
So, I'm gonna higher low to see if it hits you on accident. Is that okay?
Or,
Sure, why
or
not?
that it gets a chance.
Because you're invisible.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming from the direction you're in. So, that's going to be a miss. I'm gonna say if I'm trying to hit invisible guy on accident, I'm gonna declare I have to roll a percentile dice. 75 and up hits him. I got a 70.
Ooh, that was close.
So it like grazes you, like goes through a piece of cloth you're wearing, misses him entirely, but you can tell he was the target.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
The
Oh,
top
no.
came off. She likes the shakiness. Okay. So
And yeah.
Mm.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pull my weapon out, approach somewhat slowly. He's 15 feet away from me, so I can move at half speed
And
to
so
try
you're-
and deceive him into thinking I don't see him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attempt to surprise attack him when I enter the space.
I'll add. So
Deception
I'm
check?
going to make him. Yeah. So roll me a
it's,
deception versus
insight.
insight. His insight sucks. Yeah.
Deception
It's based on charisma.
is based on charisma. Oh, okay. Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. He got a total of a 1 because he's got a -2 to wisdom at least, I'm sure, because he's a kobold. He rolled a 2. You can't do 0, so 1.
So
I mean,
he's around the
technically,
edge. I approach slowly, but I'm swinging my axe around the
He's
edge
like,
to hit him.
and he's like, he readies the hatchet, and so you roll your attack roll.
Oh, wait, one more. Shinderu.
12.
12 does not connect.
Well, if he
with
was trying to
nothing.
surprise.
Like, actually, no. Roll twice, take the higher. My bad.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay, here's a ruling that I do. Do you want to exert yourself to make sure you hit him, or do you just want to take the miss?
What's the exertion do?
An exertion, I would give you, in this case, you're doing a strength-based attack. I would give you a temporary, I would call it, I would say until you short rest, you would have a -1 to strength, your current strength. So instead of having a +4, if you have a +4, you would have a +3, as an example. You can exert and get that last number to successfully hit this target.
Alright, yeah, I'll exert myself to hit.
And so it's, you can tell that you're not gonna have enough force because of the way you tried to hit him, and you like flex harder or take a step in the middle of the swing, and you successfully hit this target. Roll your damage, sir.
Okay.
Oh, my.
I actually made a connection. I haven't rolled. Wait, that's a 9.
It's a 9.
That roll was a.
Then
Yeah, it was a 14.
14.
Okay.
So, curious, what is your strength?
My strength is 17 right now.
17.
Yeah,
So
so it'd
that's
be
a +3,
Yep,
+2.
+3, yep, +5.
So +5.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
I was trying
That's
to.
right math.
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
we're
should,
confirmed.
I should
Damage
not
was
not believe Louis' math.
for. What do I get to the bonus?
You add your strength mod, so
Just
plus
just
3.
your
So-
strength.
Yeah, because you're
7
not
damage.
currently raging
7
yet.
damage.
If you were
Okay.
raging, you would add your rage bonus, which is +2 right now, I believe.
So you have successfully hit and wounded this creature. You can feel your shoulder feels strain. I'm going to call it muscle strain, is what you're currently suffering. I'm going
Yeah. Apple
Annoying
muscle.
little bugger slipping right through me.
to Jared.
Okay.
Oh, wait, one more.
So
Shinderu.
I will give you, because you're still fairly new. At least you seem fairly new to D&D. I'm not positive.
I'm not like, I haven't played a whole lot.
He's played more
No, what have you
Pathfinder.
got there?
Gotcha. So, like, examples of things you can do. You can follow him and try to do combat
Mhm.
with the creature he's fighting. or you can try to pinpoint, roll me
You doing good?
it'd be a perception, to try to find where the crossbow bolt came from,
Mhm.
and then they'll do the roll twice to try to
Third
hit it.
quarter, it's 23, 21 Chiefs.
Or you can go back up top and see if you
Which
can find
means
other
somebody got
critters.
a safe.
Okay.
Oh, shit,
Or
the
you can
Chiefs
pick a
got
different tunnel and
safety.
go find more critters.
And
How'd you get a
how
safe?
far away is the?
So he is 15 feet,
There's 15. Okay.
20 feet, because you
20
can
feet.
go 1 square forward,
Safety
3
where they
sideways.
missed a free kick and they got
And,
field goal.
and then,
Yeah.
you don't know the distance.
Or they got.
You have right now, without a perception check, you have the
touchdowns,
vaguest
field goals will do.
understanding of where an attack came from. And if you say you wanted to just attack in that direction completely blindly, I would allow this, but I would call it a roll.
Be a disadvantage.
I would have you roll at disadvantage -4.
Yeah, that's like if the kobolds realize you're there, they can attack you with disadvantage because you're invisible.
Yeah.
But also because you're invisible, you attack with advantage.
But
Yeah.
like currently, the situation he's in right now, if he rolls the perception and can like remember or try to pinpoint based on the crossbow bolt where it's stuck, he could do a just straight disadvantage roll. Right now, if he chose to attack without trying to calculate, I would call it
getting that for
a
you.
disadvantage -4.
Gotcha.
Because it's a completely blind shot.
Yeah.
And I will allow completely blind shots. You could do a disadvantage -4 in any direction if you wanted to, and I would roll high or low, pick if there's a critter there. If there is a critter there, if you happened to hit its armor class, you've hit something. Though these are crazy rulings that I do because they used to exist, stuff like that. I know I assume something's there. I don't know something. I assume something's there. I'm going to attack the mound. But the
Okay.
choice is yours.
And they're still fighting that kobold.
Yeah, he's still fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, they are still fighting. I forget about the goblet.
I guess I'll just walk up to it and hit it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Since we're non-lethal, I guess I'll use my non-lethal weapon. Even though I know you say we can
Yeah.
make non-lethal ones.
It's,
Or-
you could totally be like, I don't know how to do non-lethal arrow.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's the
Um,
voice I'm choosing for your character, but
Your brain
Yeah.
thinks of Midrash. Midrash is simple.
I'ma
Midrash
hit it.
point, shoot, it, die.
That is
Or a
a
sophisticated
9
orc.
plus 6. That's 15.
15
No,
is a
he's
hit.
sophisticated because he's a
And-
40k orc. So he's already smart.
5
So
plus
in certain
4.
situations.
That's 9.
For some reason, I can't
So,
make a connection.
9, 7.
I cannot hit.
It
I
is
haven't
still
rolled
alive,
above
still
that
conscious.
9.
It is uncomfortable and still conscious.
I
Yeah,
almost
'cause
cracked its skull
technically I
open.
am not flanking it because I'm
Yeah.
grabbing it.
It is now Vis's turn. Let's see if he's in combat. High or low for
Low.
Vis being in combat.
Logo.
He is not in combat. He's came back to the top of the mound and he's looking.
Punch the hole.
I've
He's
not found any
designated a
more,
spot for the
fellows.
pile.
Oh wait, no, you have the weapon. You get the gun.
Now it is the cup's turn.
Uh,
By the way, it does not look very healthy.
Thank God for that. 15.
15 is a hit.
Cool. 6 points piercing.
Okay, so you chomp on his wrist, lots of blood gushes out. He pales kind of and slumps. And the blood is like gushing into your face.
Excellent.
Filling the goblet.
And then the goblet rolls down the tunnel.
I'm gonna grab it.
So
I'm gonna grab
I'm
the
going
gun.
to allow a reaction to try to grapple
So
because
athletics.
you're an object,
Yep.
not a humanoid.
Yeah.
If you were a humanoid, I would argue
Yeah.
that I wouldn't allow it unless
No.
you can give me a reason why. But
It's
I'm
like
sorry,
I
I'm
technically,
gonna
well,
say
I still technically have my
before
stats.
he
so.
rolls off, I'm gonna say,
It was gonna
can
be
I
a-
lift you up?
Stops. Gotta roll intelligence check. It stays stopped.
okay,
Now I'm gonna pick her.
okay.
We'll keep the kobolds away from you this time.
This tunnel, as I said, it does that arc down to the, so it right in front of you and then goes to your right.
Like she's like, oh no, it's been kidnapped. Has left 2 bucks.
And yeah, this kobold is like spurting blood from its wrist.
I don't care about it. Keep going.
So continue down.
We've got our informant. We just got to keep going.
Okay, so.
So it would have been perfect for a roll again. Oh hey, look, another one.
So you make it another 15 feet. I'm going to continue to do these higher lows because I'm making all of this up as I go.
That's
Louis
fine.
declares. High or low, good
low.
or bad? Low?
Low bad.
Low bad. Low is bad. Roll me a dexterity save.
Do I have to?
You're
6.
6.
Yep.
You have dark vision.
You're also barbarian. You have danger sense.
So
you have
you-
advantage on dex saves.
So
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's one of those. You seen
16.
you seen something odd. You didn't see the trigger, because it's. I'm gonna say because I didn't declare for you to roll a perception.
Yeah.
I just did a higher low.
Minus sense.
Like a mechanism. You hear a click or you hear rope going taut, and then you happen to step back, and it still hits you. Just doesn't hit you as hard.
What's the trap?
'Cause it-
It's still
My advantage roll was a 16. It still hits me.
Yeah.
It grazes you.
Oh,
So
okay.
you save for half is how I'm doing. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
The way this works.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
just
some traps are saved
so-
for half, some are saved for
yeah.
none.
So you took 1 point of damage
Ow.
It's stuck
because
in
it like smacked you in the face, like just because you leaned back, it hit the ear and the side of the face and turned you a little. And then it's like slammed up against the wall. It looks
That
like
would have been awkward for the cop.
so it looks like a pendulum arm with like a big crude spike, and you got hit by like the flat part that was holding the spike. That's how I'm gonna describe
Okay.
that. And the spike is downright stuck in that wall.
Woo! All right then.
And that is as far as you've made it. That's the furthest you can go because you're breaking through the debris.
That's fine.
Do you want to try to ready an action? Do you want to?
Can I use my dash to push further in?
You can. Yes.
I'll use my dash to push further
So
in.
you
15 more
smash through another 15 feet. Do you have him in your like weapon hand, or are you holding him in your shield hand,
I am.
or did you like put him in a pocket?
Let's say I put away my shield. I'm
Okay.
holding him with
Okay. Just because I was like, I'm curious on the visual in my brain. So you trek through another 15 feet. Jared, tis your turn. He's clearing a path. You can easily follow him
Yeah,
because
I'll follow
he's
closely
making
behind.
a big enough hole that he can go through, which allows you to go through too. I'm fairly certain.
I'm 6'4".
You're built like a fucking linebacker, right? 285. That
Yeah.
sounds like a linebacker. Cause I'm 248 at 5'10",
210.
and I'm kind
I
of
think I'm
built like a
5'11".
linebacker,
like,
or
I might technically
1920
be 6.
strongman. Anyway,
I saw the photo.
yeah, I was like, this is funny to me.
And Callie went, well,
I guess I'll follow closely behind.
Gonna follow behind.
Alright.
Are you still like? Do you try to give him a, hey, by the way, this is me? Do you say something? Because you would be.
well, I thought you already did.
He
It was
did.
the,
He
hey,
announced
yeah.
himself and,
And-
tapped
and
Yeah,
his
there was a,
shoulder.
whoa, what the fuck?
So it's you are currently in the assumption that the individual, the presence behind you is friendly.
Yeah.
Okay,
The JoJo menacing
I
is no
recognize
longer
the orc
menacing.
voice.
It's just
gotcha.
JoJo.
Or you recognize his breathing right now. Maybe that's what it is.
He's an orc. He's a mouth breather.
And the whole, or it could just be, because he is stealthy, but instead of,
Oh yeah, smooth breather.
sorry,
Somehow,
That's awesome.
Somehow Ozzy sneezes. Of course.
high or low on Vis for being attacked. Or not high or low. I gotta get that 75 or higher. Not 70. He's not being attacked. He's going to kind of venture into the tunnel. It's, "Oi, fellows, it's a bit dark. I cannot see. I shall guard our retreat."
Thank you.
Cup can't make noises.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
I mean, I can take a feat, either
It's
speak
your
on.
turn, sir.
I'm
Do
waiting.
wait. Okay, just
Cause,
wait.
well, because he
Waiting
was
is-
like, "Can I hold you?" So it's okay
Okay, so just waiting. Gotcha.
until I'm rolled down another corridor.
It's better that we stay together.
You've got a fucking grenade. In case you didn't realize, this is the damn mental image of Cobalt.
Well, no, it would be rolled down. Why did he drop this?
We tried. Hit the goblin boss.
It's like
So,
the
wait,
kobold thing you
boss in
showed
the
was
face
the
with the
the other week that we
That
were
was
here.
my goal.
Cup
Roll
with
down,
with the holy
roll
grenade or
down the
whatever.
tunnel.
They kept picking it up.
Yeah.
Vaporizing.
Yeah, the
The
Joel was
ultimate
showing
prize.
everybody.
That
yeah.
was Joel, yeah.
Was the plan.
That's funny.
So from behind you,
Oh, wait, one more.
comes flying a crossbow bolt, and it does not hit you. It comes out to a total of 13.
Nope.
A high or low to hit you. Is that how I was doing that, or was it 75% chance to
I
hit
think it
you?
was. I think you did it with a 75.
I was gonna say-
but I'm not
75 was to hit him.
Okay.
Remembering. I'm gonna write this down.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say otherwise, or at least attempt to hit him,
75%
and then you could roll
to
attack
yeah
disadvantage.
attempt. I mean, it did the attack roll, and
Oh,
if
gotcha.
his armor class is low enough, which I don't think it is.
It's 15.
Yeah, so never mind. I'm not even gonna roll this time. But
So it was like if it was high enough, then you just roll the
So if it's
second time.
between a 15 and currently my shield is sheath, it's between 15 and 18, then you roll the
Yeah.
percentile.
yes,
If I am untransformed, I am 16. If I am with shield, I am 18.
and technically I could try to say it hits the cup, but I don't know if I want to do that right now because you have a 13. It hit a 13. So actually, no, 75% chance to hit Shadow Orc, but because it's below his armor class, 75% chance to hit the cup
Gotcha.
because they're aiming at the linebacker. 40, no. So crossbow bolt comes from the
Catch it in my
debris.
teeth.
Is
And
it
then
from the
drop
side
it.
or from in front of me?
It's from behind, like, so there's the path that did this, and you're down here, and so you were over here, you came down here, hit the wall, and you're following like the concrete wall. It came
Yeah.
from behind you.
Okay.
So like he was standing just right, that it went past him and could have hit you, but then actually I think it went dink and bounced off like your
Peck.
or something. No, that doesn't make any sense. It missed you. It went through the robe, like put a hole in it.
Must-
Debris, but the debris path is still there. I must
Yeah.
continue carving through.
Yeah, there's a debris path forward, but behind you there's no path to where that crossbow bolt came from.
Okay, so that means I gotta get to the end of this thing or get away from the crossbow bolts. There's no path. Let's just keep carving the path that exists.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep taking the
and
path that
it is,
exists.
it is your turn, so tread
So,
tread forward 15 feet.
start with 15.
And as you break past this 15 point, you come into it's actually tall enough in here you could stand, but it's only like a 3 by 3, so 15 by 15, so a 9 square on a grid. Anyway, it's like a 15-foot room, so you could continue to move in this room, and there's like, it's mostly flat in here, and there's like furs and pelts and random bits of cloth all strewn about the bottom.
What's in here?
And there is
Big cobalt.
one smaller sleeping kobold in the opposite corner.
Just one sleeping
One
kobold.
sleeping kobold. There's like little pouches scattered across the debris. I'm gonna say 7, and they're like yay big, like little leather pouches
Mm.
scattered about. And then the one sleeping kobold, and there's a crossbow leaned up against the wall, like a light crossbow leaned near him, that's already loaded, and then there's 2 hatchets in his area, because I can.
Because you can. Okay. 2 hatchets and a light crossbow, and how far away is the kobold?
15 feet from you currently.
And I know.
It'd be
Do
1,
I have
2.
the rest of my move action?
You do
or-
have the rest of your move action, because
Okay.
it's
So I'm gonna.
a 5-foot square instead of, I would call it a 2.5-foot
I'm gonna
square.
try and kill that thing while it's asleep. We've got
Okay.
our informant. I want to kill all the kobolds in this
So-
area.
I'm gonna see if it
Say
has,
it's attack advantage since it's melee.
yeah, I'm going to see if it wakes up in your, like, on your stride to it, to where you can't coup de grace. And if it does not awake, I'm going to say you can coup de grace it. You can just, like, cut its head off if that's what you want to do.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That'll be fine.
so, mental image of its wisdom for perception, or would it be insight?
Perception's wisdom.
Well, I don't know if it would be insight or perception to be like, I guess it'd be perception to hear a
Yeah,
noise,
perception.
to notice. So it is not going to wake up, I don't think. 13?
13?
Let's see.
Say
Yeah,
if you
no.
want to, he could optionally
So-
make a stealth check to see if he would.
I figure that he's striding to it, ready to swing.
You want me to roll stealth against it?
If,
See if it
are you
wakes up?
trying to be quiet, or are you just striding towards it, ready to attack it?
I mean, I'm just striding towards it.
Okay, so I wouldn't declare it a stealth. I'm going to say that it does stir. It doesn't like reach for weapons or anything, but it's one of those. It is no longer a coup de grace. I will require an attack roll.
Okay.
With advantage.
I got a
because
15.
it's prone.
With advantage.
Okay.
Because it is prone.
'Cause
I
it
got
is-
a 21.
It is prone. Okay, so that, even the 15 would have hit. So roll your attack, sir.
Roar. 9 damage.
9 damage.
No, 10 damage. I'm
10
sorry.
damage. Okay.
Well, it's just strength, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
just
just plus strength.
It's
8.
8.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought it was a 6 plus 4 at first.
Well, yeah, you don't add the
My
extra
math
plus
is
2
broken.
yet.
What is
Well,
wrong
Well,
with
you
me?
don't add the extra plus 2 yet. That's only if you're raging.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
where you're
raging.
getting that extra plus
If I
2.
rage, things are gonna
Yep.
go crazy. I know not to rage.
I am aware
because
of why.
I don't want everything in the den to come collapsing because I've gone wild.
That would be funny and awesome all at the same time, because you just slaughter whatever moved with this current party build, I think, because you've got lots of damage technically right now.
Well, you have damage,
It's 8
Damage.
damage.
Yeah,
tank.
Not 10.
I mean, sort of. You're
As long as I'm not a cup.
you're
tank.
as a cup, you're a rogue,
True.
and you're like like crowd control. That's what I would call you currently.
Yeah, but it's also I was gonna be a cup till
funny.
it was like as soon as I saw a creature, he was gonna walk and then cup roll to the side. But it was even better as just sitting as a cup grab. You fool.
It makes sense. You said it golden cup
Yes.
earlier. Ooh, shiny is most evil creature's idea of shiny. Ooh,
Yeah.
shiny, gimme, gimme. It takes the damage. It stirs. It is not its turn, so it's still gonna lay there. Jared,
Okay.
I'm assuming you've been moving with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got an idea. So I'm going to, again, I'm going to hold my action to ready my bow
Mhm.
at the kobold for when he tries to make an attack.
Okay. So like
Like wherever he gets up.
Yeah, whenever he gets up,
whenever he gets up. Okay.
I'll
Good
fire.
That works out. So it's you draw your bow in the creepy dark, because you just vanish, because apparently that's what you do, and that's fucking cool.
Yeah. Gloomstalker's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's once it turns night, it
And
is
I'm a
your
big green-
playground.
or
And if
medium
it
green
has dark
monster.
vision, you're gone.
Yeah, medium green monster.
Since I'm
Yep.
a half orc.
Yep.
That's
Because it's
awesome.
as soon as you're in darkness, you're gone.
So
and things are like,
that
oh,
would
I
be
have dark
super
vision.
interesting. You were like step, like because it crunches on the debris, and you hit the creature, and you hear a
The ghost.
and then it goes to stand. Actually, it's the goblet's
There's
turn.
blood in the
Sorry,
water.
it's the goblet's turn.
You could technically leap from my hand.
I was gonna say, if you're not holding on too tight, I go to bite the kobold.
So you,
Yeah.
I'm going
Actually,
to say,
hold on.
I would
Better. I gotta double check.
Okay.
Come here, Jerome. Oh my god, 3 times the length. Perfect.
You.
Cool. Well, from the cup, there is suddenly a tongue. As I go to bite. Because it goes up to 3 times my length, so 15-foot tongue goes to grab the kobold. 8.
I mean, it's 5 foot away.
So, 22 to hit.
So this is this a hit or a grapple?
Oh, it's a hit, and if I hit it, I grapple.
Okay. So you've hit it.
Okay. 3 points of.
I would almost think it's
bludgeoning.
Use
bludgeoning.
licking, it was super effective.
And since I hit it, I'm grappling it.
Alright.
So a
So
tongue
it's-
goes.
I couldn't
grapples
pull it
it.
to me, but it's. You're staying right. It's basically
God.
staying right there.
The cup is a magic weapon that allows you to grapple with the tongue. It's a grappling goblet.
I don't have that strength where I could go and then pull it.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking
That would be
awesome.
gross and
But I do
awesome.
not have the strength. I want to
so
do that now with
you've
another
grappled it.
lock.
So it's going to like flail. And
If it
try
wants to try to break out, it is a strength. It's strength versus grapple.
Okay. So let's try
Oh wait.
It's gonna do a strength check, and I don't think it's winning.
It must make a strength versus 8 plus proficiency plus
Yeah,
con
nope.
mod. So 8,
It didn't even meet the 8.
Okay, so it would need
No,
a 13.
it
to
met
break
the
out.
8.
Okay, so it would need a 13 to break out.
So it like flails.
So instead, it loses its move action.
Okay.
It can still attack you, but with this. Oh, so yeah, if it's grappled, then with the tongue,
Okay.
it can try to attack me with
So, like,
disadvantage.
I'm gonna say it does the half movement to stand and starts to flail, does not break free. It's standing allows for your attack roll, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, because your opportunity attack goes off.
Yep.
Oh, your held action goes off.
19.
Nice.
So that honestly just hit.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I
And then
You're probably longbow's a D8.
yeah, let me
Double
go to
pyramid.
D8. This guy
Yeah, just think pyramid scheme.
I just rolled really well
7
on cooking.
plus.
That's D10.
That's
Is this
okay.
D10?
As long as it was under 8, I'm accepting.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, but yeah, double pyramid scheme.
This one. So this one's
Yeah.
a D8. Okay, whatever. 7
I will-
plus
I will-
4. So that's
10.
a 10.
10.
11
Okay.
actually.
7 plus 4 is 11.
Oh, you have plus 5 in dex?
7 plus 4 is 11.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I don't know why
6
I was
plus
going.
4
Yeah,
is 10.
yeah, my brain subtracted 1 for some reason.
I'm going to say this arrow pierces its like jaw, and it comes out the other end. Doesn't go any further than that, and it slumps
Okay.
because it's taken.
Well, yeah.
And did you take the whole kobold? Or
I
you,
can't, I
you just
can't
let
do
go?
that. I don't have that feat yet. I can't store the kobold
Lick
in
a
me.
tongue. Lick.
But instead,
Or the stupid pink dragon in Secret of Mana. I hate that thing.
I have no context.
Yeah.
There's a cutesy little pink dragon that's like, oh, and it plays happy, bubbly music, and then you
Oh, worse.
you
I should have
successfully
transformed-
defeat it, and then it turns into a
Actual dragon.
medium-sized blue dragon that then can eat you worse than the little pink one could, because the pink
Gotcha.
one goes "Eh," and then like pukes you right back out. The blue one eats you and holds you,
Gotcha.
and then while you beat it up with your other characters, it then spits you out, and you take double that damage it just took. So you kill your own character a lot.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah. Anyway,
I should have transformed into a Furby.
you
What is
are.
this?
I'm going to say you're still in combat.
That's the perfect form for a mimic. A fucking Furby.
This is not in direct. This is not in direct combat, but I'm going to say he gets shot at, and he will take damage. I don't have a health written out for him, but 4, so he's missing 4. And you hear "Allo!" from like the distance.
I'd say if he takes anything more than 30, that would probably down him.
Probably.
I got really
and
lucky with my
then-
rolls.
So 19 to hit you from a crossbow bolt.
Do it again.
That
Just
hits
kidding.
because I don't have my shield on.
So you take 3 points of damage there.
Okay.
It'd be funny
And it's-
because if
it's
I
still
had the
from-
interception feat, I could do that.
It's still from
The
that
tunnel
same
just-
direction. Like it's from that tunnel you came
Oh my god.
from. And this room has only so it's a room and then it continues on.
That would
And
be
that's it.
brilliant.
There is no
a
other
mock
paths.
monk. A mock monk with
Okay.
the interception feat as a cup. Stop it.
I mean,
Funny.
I want to keep trudging, but I'm like out of time.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna trudge and trudge.
Okay, so we can NPC you if that's what we need to do,
Or we can stop here if
Like-
you need us to.
or we can stop here if you need us.
Either is fine.
I'm okay with you NPCing me.
So the idea is like he will venture forth, and I can store
He
the
goes to
character sheet
step
in
and
my
then the cup
drawers
drops.
if you need me to, or if you would rather take it home, you can take it home.
So I can leave my character sheet here.
Okay.
He doesn't want to rage because he doesn't want to disturb the rest of the den and hurt anyone,
Okay.
but he wants to get to the end of the tunnel and finish this off.
And get rid of the boss because you heard the term boss.
Okay.
I assumed that was the
Yep,
gotcha.
kill the big bad guy. He's gonna trudge through the tunnels until that happens, and if he
Okay.
finds anything, he's attacking it. If he finds that he's underneath sturdy ground, he can rage
Okay.
and do the wild magic craziness thing. Just
Okay.
let me know what happens.
I am currently streaming on Twitch, so if you wanted to like view my Twitch, it is. I can share the link to you, or Ray could, because that might be easier than
Maybe.
me interrupting my own.
Yeah,
Twitch.
it should be.
Well, if I try to share it from here, it might fuck it up.
Gotcha.
And then like, I'm gonna save it when I'm done with it. So if you needed to go back and re-listen, make notes for yourself or whatever, do it on like. I've gotten in the habit of like Fridays occasionally. I will like stream the audio from these to try to refresh my memory because I can, and it's entertaining to me.
Okay.
But-
Sounds good.
Thank you for participating.
I had fun. I look forward to next week if it happens.
This worked out better than I thought it was going to. So,
What
like
do you mean?
me designing this because I was going to design the mound things, and it's working out better than I thought it was going to. Like smoother, and I think that's cool.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
I sent you the link for.
The Twitch.
Yeah.
I think Gobi sent it to me before. If it hasn't
Probably.
changed.
Gotcha.
It has. It shouldn't have changed.
Okay. I'll just get on there. Thank you.
And if you really wanted to, like if you weren't driving, you could even comment, and it will show me your comments, so I could then be like, so this is what the character's doing. If I didn't like have an idea.
Gotcha. How long are you gonna be doing this?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were just gonna get through this combat and stop there. That way we don't go
Yeah.
too much farther.
That's probably what I'll do is I'll get through the combat. Maybe I'll get to the boss.
Okay. Sounds good. I will see you guys later.
Right
We'll
on.
see you, Louie.
I have 2 viewers now suddenly.
It was
that's
probably me because
Thank
I
you.
was trying to figure out how to share.
Gotcha.
Might not
Um,
be, but who knows?
So he has slaughtered this kobold. He got hit, but is disregarding the fact that he got hit, and he's trudging forward, making more space.
I was gonna say, as that
um,
happens, the cup falls and rolls
Because
again,
you can go further. So you are 15 feet ahead of him,
and then stops and
Um,
waits.
and there will be a crossbow bolt that goes in his direction, and it misses drastically. And so now you moved that additional 15 feet. Is how I
Gotcha.
word
So
that.
is a like whenever the shot happens, that's when he drops.
So you would actually you travel a full 30 feet.
Yep.
That's how I'm gonna word, and you wait. And the critters have tried to shoot him. There were 2 bolts. The one that was from behind you, and you can hear noise from back there now. that was like movement that you didn't hear before.
Gotcha.
And there was a crossbow bolt from like the right, and it's semi-solid debris. You know, it's the piles of stuff. You can break things to get through it like he's doing, but to legitimately travel through it, you'd probably have to be tiny.
Oh, small or tiny.
Tiny to travel through the untunneled debris.
Ah, gotcha.
The untunneled debris. The tunneled debris is small. Mediums could technically squeeze.
Don't know what
or
a cup
break
would
through.
be. I assume the cup would technically be tiny, but
I'm going to call it small for the
That's
sake
fine.
of, because can you do tiny?
Medium or small.
Medium or small. So
So I'm a very large
you're a
cup.
fairly large, a tankard.
Gotcha.
So instead of the mental image of the little, almost wine glass.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
So
thinking.
it's
the big
it's not wine glass, it's tankard. So it's got the base, but it's approximately
Yeah.
yay thick.
That can roll.
It's got a fairly sizable shaft. I didn't want to use that word, but I don't have any other word. And then it's got not the same shape as wine glass, but it would have similar with a handle. It's kind of how I picture it.
So it's
But it's
roll. Gotcha. It's not a smooth roll.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. And so when you're rolling, it's technically walking speed, technically. And so it would be one of those. Technically, what I would picture is whenever it hits this side, you push off. Technically. But it looks like somebody threw this down the hall.
Yeah.
Or it was maybe exploded down the hall.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like. But nothing tries to pick you up at this instant. It's quite dark.
It's fine. I have dark vision.
Yeah.
Can I see anything specific?
Nothing moves in your vicinity.
Nothing moves. I don't see any traps, do I?
Roll a perception, true lord.
That's +1, 7. I don't see shit, boss.
You don't see shit, boss. Jared.
Okay.
So you,
I'm gonna go ahead. Those crossbow bolts are starting to become slightly annoying, so I'm going to roll at disadvantage to shoot in the direction that the crossbow bolts are coming from.
So, do you want to try to pinpoint where it is exactly first, or are you just going to do the blind fire?
I think I'll.
Because the blind fire is disadvantage -4.
Okay.
If you pass a successful perception check, it's just straight disadvantage.
Okay. Let's try that. Let's try the perception check.
Okay. So, and even if you fail the perception check, I will allow an attack action still, because looking around isn't necessarily a full action.
Yeah,
in
it
my
might be a
book.
bonus action,
It's
but not a full.
Yeah, not in my book. I mean, the handbook says it's a standard action, but I don't agree.
Yeah.
So for this epic campaign scenario,
Yeah, that's like
perception
Brandon.
checks
Brandon typically does
perception
bonus as
checks
well.
in combat are doable as a bonus action. Unless you have something that calls it a bonus action, and then
Yeah.
it becomes a free action in my book.
Gotcha.
Okay. 6 + 4, that's 10.
10. You do not pinpoint so you know it came from that direction, somewhere in this cone. You don't get to lessen the cone.
Okay.
So you have to do the blind fire.
Okay.
Disadvantage
-4.
-4. So that would almost be a straight roll, wouldn't it?
17.
So
But yeah, it would be a straight roll since
That's-
17.
Well,
That's
since
awesome.
yeah,
Okay.
since you would have since you have disadvantage and advantage, it would just be straight roll, so it'd be 17
Okay,
plus.
yeah, that's cool. I rolled 17 twice. So that's 17.
So just for future reference.
Gotcha. I forgot that he's invisible.
What is it? 17, and then my longbow is +6,
So it'd be a +2, 19.
yeah, and then
So that is a hit. by
that
the
is a
way.
hit. Do I roll damage? wrong die.
Yes, you would roll
Okay,
damage.
roll.
It'd be 2 plus Dex mod.
6.
6. Okay. So this one has not been injured yet, so I'm going to change this -4 into a 6. That doesn't look like
What?
6, but I know what it is. So.
Oh, that would look like as the arrow is let go, that it just like materializes out of the air. It's kind of what I'd imagine.
That would actually, so like,
That'd be
I think
fucking
it traveled,
terrifying.
so once it escapes his square,
Yeah.
there's suddenly an arrow. And then it goes through the debris, happens to find a path to the target. And it yelp.
Cool.
From now on, you specifically will have a bonus, you will have advantage to pinpoint that using perception.
Okay.
For the next turn.
Mhm.
There's a chance it'll run away, but
Like a bitch.
Cup Boy.
Da 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 da. Sorry.
That's Cuphead. And Mario, whatever.
That is specifically World 1-2, the underground.
Oh damn it, that's copyright. I'm kidding.
beans.
And I probably shouldn't announce that loud, but I don't
That's
care.
rough, buddy. Anyway.
I'm not making money off of this, so
Yeah.
I don't care. So you venture forward. You hit a point where the tunnel. You've been flat most of this. It's been a flat tunnel with like
Gotcha.
some. It's mostly dirt under you. There's a bit of debris mixed in, and you hit a point where it goes down. It's still going straight, but it
Oh,
goes
no.
down.
Do I have the
Uh,
grip?
You have six. Like you stop
Okay, so it's up.
at the. So that's that 30 feet. He is actually now.
How big of a drop? Like, would it be enough where I would
It's-
legitimately tumble down?
It's I'd call it not a 45, 65 degree angle,
Let's just stay right there then.
because it'd be fairly,
I'm not gonna dash down a
it'd be
tunnel.
fairly steep.
See, it's just, I'm just
And it's one of those, after your full movement twice, he's probably 45 feet behind. He would make it to 30 behind you.
Yeah, so just gonna
After
sit there
trudging
and
through
look.
So,
Just eyeballs appear out of the cup.
cartoony. I kind of want to see somebody draw that.
Be like, hey, Callie.
And so I'm gonna see, like, not necessarily an animation. I want to see like a comic panel. So it's like rolling tankard cup thing. And so it's like panel and it's rolling, panel rolling,
If I
panel.
remember.
It stops and sits up.
Oh no, it's
Panel-
still laying at the side. It's
Oh,
just
it's laying on the side. Okay.
Because
panel.
it's not gonna move.
One eyeball opens, and then a second eyeball
Yeah.
opens, but it doesn't have to be side by side. Could be.
Yeah, it doesn't have
as long
to
as
be.
it's facing the same
Which
direction.
reminds me of Parasite the Maxim.
And it's gross in my head, but I also picture some old school cartoony shit all at the same time. So it becomes like a
That's pretty much
mockery.
how I envisioned that.
Instead of like,
You
it's
should
like
have a way to be able to save the VOD to your computer. Like whenever you go to your stuff, you
so-
should be able to directly download it.
Well, yeah, but right this second, all I'm gonna do is send it to the Twitch cloud.
Yeah, that's fine.
I could probably set it up to where it's saved to my phone too, but it would downright eat all
Yeah.
my that memory. So
Absolutely.
balls. So it would take this turn.
That's kind of what I'm imaging.
Kinda, but maybe a little scarier. Let's show Ray. Ray was like, "What?"
Like it kind of how the eyeballs popping out.
Gotcha.
Good
Kinda.
anime. It's very weird.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit. Thanks to
And
Steve.
or guy from My Hero.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my God, he's a mimic. We fucking knew it all along. But he mimics people. Oh, he mimics creatures, not even people.
Yeah.
He's a mimic that's wrong.
What did he name this guy? Everett the Wild Hand. Okay. Everett makes
It's a oh shit, cool name.
Everett makes it 15 feet, and so he's 15 feet behind you. You didn't move last time, so he's 30 feet in front of you now instead of just the 15. Do you want to continue to try to attack that creature? I'm going to roll a perception with
Okay.
advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
8, 20.
Nice.
So
You found it exactly.
so you heard it move,
Mm-hmm.
but you know where it is.
Okay.
So you just have
Now,
advantage on
knowing
it.
knowing where it is, could I cast Hunter's Mark, or do I not? Can I not see it
Oh,
within
yeah,
my
you'd
range?
have to be able to see it.
Yeah.
If the spell specifically
Um,
says see it, then you
Mhm.
must see it.
Yeah.
I'm ridiculous and would technically allow him to cast it through the action of an attack, because I'm ridiculous that way.
Okay.
But I think it's too far for the spell to work.
Range is 90 feet, is what it says.
Okay. I think it's a little further than that.
All right.
Damn, that's a shot.
Well, crossbows can go just about as far, right?
Oh, your crossbow?
I'm
No,
longbow.
The critters are using a
Gotcha.
crossbow. Crossbows can go just about as far, right?
I don't remember their range.
Okay. Anyway, I don't think it's in range of his wild mark or hunter's
That was
mark.
special
Mark.
mark.
That's fine.
But you can choose to attack it,
Okay.
or
I will shoot it again.
just okay.
Yep, and you have advantage.
And I have
because-
advantage this
yep.
time? 5, 14 plus, was that plus
D6.
6, plus 6 again?
It is a 6. Yes,
So that's 20.
Sorry.
And then
We pass it.
4 plus 8 damage.
8 damage.
Well, 4, you said 4, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
4 plus 4, 8.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had first thought
It
4
yelp-
plus 8.
It yelps again, and you even hear it this point because you went.
One of the eyeballs, after it sees nothing.
And would I be able to move after I've attacked?
Yes.
Or, okay,
Yep.
would I be able to, after I attack now, then move 30 feet in its direction, or as far as I can go at least?
If you went to go in its direction, you could move 15.
15. Okay, then that.
Well, I thought
I'll do
actually
that.
stuff
No.
was cleared out.
If you were to move in its direction, actually, I would only allow you to move 10
10. Okay.
because you are having to break a whole path instead of like one's already made that Louis is going through, and so he can go 15 because there's already sort of a hole.
Yeah.
And he's just making
Unless
the
you
hole
try
bigger.
to go through other paths to try to
And
find
so
it.
to go directly towards what's been shooting at you, you have to smash through the debris.
Okay.
So you can make it only 10 feet. That's
Okay.
how I'm going to word it.
All right. I will move 10 feet then
And so
in the direction.
I'm going to picture you have temporarily sheathed your bow and are beating this apart with your stick, or you're just digging and tearing and smashing, whichever you.
I might actually be switching to my hand axe and trying
Okay.
to like kind of cleave
I
it
was
out.
double checking cover rules.
3/4 cover is supposed to be it's supposed to give them like an armor class bonus or something, or is it a disadvantage technically? Normally I would give an armor class bonus,
Let's see.
but because he's doing the invisible thing, and he
So,
is a hunter.
half cover gives +2 to AC
Okay.
and dex saves. 3/4 cover has a +5 bonus to AC
Okay.
and dex. So it's not.
Okay, so I will add the plus. He did manage to still hit that the last time, so that would work. That ruling works. Total cover supposedly can't be shot at, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah, total cover can't be targeted directly by an attack or spell, although some spells can reach such a target by including an AoE.
Yeah.
3/4 would be like porticles, arrow slits, thick tree trunk.
Yeah. And so like this.
And you said this was like varying kinds of debris. That's
Yeah.
why you were making it 3/4. It wasn't total because they can still
Yeah.
shoot through it.
Yeah.
So it'd be arrow slit equivalent.
Yeah. And so they've got that.
So that means they have a 20 AC.
Yeah.
Because I believe they have 15.
Yeah.
Or these ones do.
Yeah. Whatever this variant of Cobalt that I think I'm going to continue to use,
They have the Digga.
unless what's in the book is better, and then I'm going to tweak these.
This is the Digga clan. They dig
But I was yet
holes.
again. I was too
Well,
lazy to.
It's like they make mounds and shoot in the mounds.
I was too lazy to dig out the player's
We find the
handbook.
one clan that's got a gun.
Blam! Oh, cover's gone.
But the thing is, if it's got a gun, we have a gun. I can
But-
modify it, just not as effective as a Caliban. Because technically, there's only one group of weapons I'm not proficient with: firearms. Unless I went down Caliban's or took a feat.
Also, Ray, you wouldn't happen to have any leftover kobold skin or hide, would you?
Nah.
Okay.
Didn't start my inventory. So
I mean, there's
I probably ate it.
there's a handful of dead kobolds in this path to get back out, technically.
Do that later.
Yeah.
Come on, Chiefs, don't.
I'm
fuck it
gonna
up.
say this like
33,
runs
29
like
Chiefs.
he
Bills
comes.
at the ball.
You can
Minute
hear
left.
this make his way a little bit into the tunnel, the Shadow Vis pops up, and he trades places with it. And he was like, sorry, I was losing the ability to hear you all. I just want to make sure you are all okay. I will continue to hold the line here as necessary.
Blink.
And he's talking to
Yeah.
technically Everett.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even notice that he's not, like, that's an
He
odd.
can't see me.
That's an odd tunnel. Yeah, he probably just can't see at all. So he made the announcement, like.
Yeah, unless there's like torches in here.
Yeah.
If there was, then he would be normal.
Yeah, he just, so it's one of those, he ran and then hoped that that wasn't solid and made the dude pop up and then traded places, and he's like, if any of my compatriots are here, I will stand here and wait. He's like, man, I wish I still had my old fighting.
Wish I could fucking see again.
Yeah.
My eyes have deteriorated. Was human
Yeah.
variant with
Yeah.
just dark vision, not even.
Well, it'd be human variant. I would have probably had the Eldritch Invocation.
Gotcha.
Because I'm thinking it ties into the family line somehow. And he had the true sight, the devil sight, not true sight, devil sight.
Gotcha.
So he could see up to 120 feet normally. That's just how it works. Darkness, magical darkness, doesn't matter. He can see. But
Dark
he's-
vision, you only see shades of gray.
But he's lost that capability, and so he's literally standing around in the dark. His fighting style is unarmed, not blind fighting. So he's currently.
What is blind fighting?
Blind fighting is cool. It allows, when blinded, or in total darkness, or in a state of being blinded, like you can't see. You actually can see within 10 feet as normal,
Yep.
technically, because you've trained yourself. The way it would be the way I would understand it, you've trained yourself to listen so well you can see within 10 feet of you.
And that
Daredevil
technically
kinda-
means like
kinda type beat.
illusions, as long as they
And,
were only.
And say somebody's invisible within 10 feet of you, you can see that person.
Yep, because they still exist.
And so blind fighting is something he'll probably
Yeah.
pick up again if when I start playing it.
That means with blind fighting, he can see you.
Yeah.
Ah, I
But-
can smell you. Creeping around.
So Louis trudges up to you, and because he can see you.
Yeah, it's kind of just like over the hill. I'm gonna do it. I want it.
I would be my eyes, I guess.
He got permission.
So then you take. So I moved them out of initiative order, but it's okay because he's being NPC. And you tumble down the slight hill.
I'd say if I don't fully tumble, I'll just move 30.
Yeah, so you move 30.
And then wait
It is,
again.
it is not like, oh my god, slide down, because it's
Yeah, it's
still,
just the first part that's holy shit, and then it's
Yeah.
good.
And you make it into.
It's like that. Are we going
it's-
downstairs?
Not
Like old
quite.
stairs?
It would be dirt stairs if you could
Gotcha.
make dirt so it's like sort of kind of
So for me, they're stairs.
Yeah.
For them, they won't be stairs for much longer.
yeah, sort of kind of you could use them as stairs, but it'd be really easy
Clink,
to
clink, ding, ding,
mess
ding,
up your
clink,
footing
clink,
and
ding.
fall down.
Yeah.
So in this time period, crossbow bolt flies his direction, which is not like it's from that creature that you're trudging towards.
Oh fuck.
And it hasn't moved again.
Bills
'cause
might
it could
beat
still
us.
see him.
They just took the lead. 13 seconds.
and you're
left.
able to move another
Oh,
10
17.
feet.
Damn.
Okay.
That's upsetting.
I would think, because you're walking directly towards him, he hasn't moved again. You might be in the range for the hunter's mark if you wanted to try that.
Okay.
From the way it sounds, you think you're close enough.
Okay.
And so what I would allow is you would make an attack roll to hit the creature again.
Mhm.
And if you hit the creature, you could then use your bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark, because it is bonus action normally, right?
Yep, bonus action.
So, It's one of those, you're using your understanding of how your bow works, and your understanding of your own hearing. If you hit the creature, you can mentally map him as if you could see him, and then hunters mark him, so then
Okay.
you could track him if need be.
All right. And am I at advantage or normal roll?
I would call it advantage.
Advantage.
Still, because it's we found the new ruling of they get a +5.
3 plus 6, so that's 9.
That is not a successful.
Yeah.
You can hear it panic, but that's about all.
Is that with advantage?
That was with
Oh.
advantage. You rolled a
Yeah, I rolled
one
a
and
3 and then I rolled a 1.
Yeah. So.
Dang. Guess I'll just continue to move forward.
This makes that declaration. It's like, fellows, I know not where you are, but I shall remain here until you retrieve me, because I didn't think this through.
I can't say anything.
I know.
I'm also down the
Yeah.
top.
I also don't think I want to say anything so I can continue to try to
And he's
sneak
like-
up to the creature.
It's one of those, like, you can almost hear the gears a turning. I should be quiet. And he will take what's called the dodge action, which gives him
Disadvantage on the first attack against him.
yeah, and he also gains advantage on dex saves. Anyway, so the tunnel actually is wide enough. The downhill one, Louis can move 30 feet. But
Oh,
you
cool.
need to go first. Sorry, my bad. You go first. So,
15. Look around.
High or low?
Low.
Low, good or bad?
Good.
Okay. Good. There is no creatures that are trying to attack the rolling object.
See anything else?
This, as you've been rolling down, it has gotten wider, and a little taller.
15 more.
I think 15 more. It is now probably 20 foot wide, and I think about 25, 30 foot tall. And it is leveling back out. There is like a vague hint.
What kind of, like, is it just still dirt tunnel, or
It
has
is,
it changed?
it is dirt tunnel.
It's a tall ass tunnel.
There are a handful of like supports of some sort. They're real shoddy.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say, I assume they're really sharp.
It's one of those, like, you could tell this was a broom, and they leaned the broom to where it was like just tall enough to like support the dirt, and then they like tied it, fastened it to other things, and it's like zigzagged weirdness.
Gotcha.
And then there's in the middle of this, or no, not in the middle, but the tunnel's widened, and it's not quite the middle, but there is a big round dirt, a 15-foot dirt pillar. And that is causing at least the vaguest of support. And this dirt is,
Oh, jeez.
it's not necessarily the same color.
8 seconds.
This
of
stuff,
field goal
it's
range.
got a more of a
Come on, you
reddish
bastards.
brown hue, some more clay.
If we can get the field goal, we'll tie and go into overtime. Continue. Sorry.
I would say 80 feet, well, within 25 feet, it levels back out. It's flat, but it's 25 feet down, kind of. And then it levels out, and you can see a raised platform of some kind, and on the platform is a smoldering bonfire. Like you can tell.
It's for a moment. Huh? There's light. I can see it.
and it's
red.
like a hint of light. It's the
The
dying,
LaCroix
the
of light.
dying embers of a bonfire. So like,
Does it look like there's any traps on this path going to it?
it does not appear so.
Okay, I removed my 30s.
Yeah. And then
Going into overtime.
they try to shoot. The same one you're still after. He's changed his angle to try to shoot through the debris, and he doesn't. He hits it like a dirt piece, not even sort of near the barbarian.
Whichever team goes forward, good on them, even if Bills beat us.
So you've moved 10, 20, 30. You can move another 10 if you would like.
Okay.
Or you can continue to try to shoot at him.
Okay.
From where you are.
I will go ahead and move another 10.
Okay. Crunch,
And
crunch,
then-
crunch, crunch.
I'm gonna make another attack.
I imagine he just puts it up against the rock and hopes. He said he knows where he is, so
Yeah.
you have advantage.
And it's with advantage, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
So
'cause
feel free to roll that.
19.
Nice.
19.
So-
It hits whatever. And then 4. So that's 8 damage.
Okay. It does a death cry of some kind. You've managed to cause enough damage that it is no longer functioning.
Finally, after the silence, got it. What the fuck?
Nice.
You can assume that there's another tunnel over there because he was moving,
Yeah.
but it's at the same level as you are, so you don't know how much space this was. So I'm gonna say it was the height was 25 foot. I don't know how wide I want to make this. 75 feet wide was because it
Damn.
was a mound just of debris and stuff.
Gotcha.
So like you're at the lowest point that's actually almost under where street level would be, because like it's all been compressed and beat down like
Yeah.
the ditches in the backyard.
Yep.
And
Ditches.
it's one of those, like, you're probably 15 feet below
Street level?
Street level.
Yeah, so this
And
building
you're,
just...
you're not in an area where the sewer happens to be, not the current area you're in. It might be, there might be sewer connections in the mound or down where you are, but I haven't decided on that yet. But you've successfully defeated that individual, and we'll go back to Ray.
Let me also make sure
15
I'm
foot?
keeping track of
So
arrows.
you are 10 feet from the flat at this point. 25 feet would have been on the flat.
Gotcha. So, on
and-
the flat?
On the flat, and you can hear something snoring, something large-ish.
Stealth check.
Bink.
13 plus...
I'm gonna roll this with disadvantage for it. These are sometimes hard to read. That's a 4. So 4 is the number I'm going with, and I don't know what I'm making this creature yet. So we'll figure that out. If it
17.
So it's at least a 4. So
Gotcha.
It does still snore.
Yeah, so just 5 feet of...
Yeah. The snoring continues. You hear combat within 45 feet behind you. You hear bloody hell and
Fucking...
some kind of I got you.
Okay. I'm going to. Can I? I'm gonna go ahead and just blind fire in that direction.
You can actually rotate because you've got dark vision. You can
Oh,
rotate.
true. Can I just rotate and look to see what I can?
This is currently being attacked
Okay.
by a kobold with 2 hatchets.
Okay.
oh no, it's the Kirito of the Cobalt. It's
Alright.
branded. It's got a itty bitty goatee.
Alright,
You
I'm
don't know
gonna-
how it has fur.
I'm gonna hit the kobold.
They're dog-like dragon creatures.
Okay, 19 or.
Yeah, because some are
19.
like rat kobolds.
Okay, so.
I've seen that, and those are cool.
Well, that's the old school
Yep.
description of a kobold, was they were like dog-like
Cats are
lizard.
smart.
They were like
It's very
dog-like
warm.
lizard creatures.
25, and then damage for 8, another 8 damage. And then I'm going to go ahead and continue moving towards my kill.
Okay, so it's one of those you turn around, thunk.
Oh, right.
Breaking through. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Another 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So you've moved a total of 40 now?
I think
through
so.
the debris? Okay. I'm gonna write that down because that way it's easier to remember. And then Vis is going to blind punch this thing, so I'm gonna give him because it technically is total cover of darkness, but he heard it.
Well, as long as he is blind fighting, he attacks
He
normal.
does not have blind
Oh,
fighting.
he does not. You were talking about getting it before.
yeah.
So it'd just be disadvantage.
And yeah, so it's disadvantage because he knows it's there. It hit him.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just using straight dice rolls. So disadvantage, he like goes to punch and rolls over the top of the creature because it was
cool.
too small. No damage to it, no damage to him, but he is currently prone because he fell over it. And he rolled a 1. I got disadvantage. Rolled a 1.
Roll the one.
For my NPC. So Louis' character's made it down to your level, and
I can't tell him anything.
and it's one of those like light. And the noise that must be the boss. I think I'm gonna pause here.
We snuck up on the boss next.
So you've entered the boss's lair. That's how I'm going to word it. It won't have lair actions.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Yeah.
might I might design one, and it would be like
It's summoned Kogel.
it'd be someone like one of those like big ass roar things.
It'd be really awkward if the cup just rolled over next to it. Chomp.
So where we left off,
We heard snoring
where
of whatever creature.
but I believe I've done adequate.
Oh, yeah.
Like
That's a good start.
getting a thing. So like I gave you guys some choices there at the
Yep.
beginning, and Louis acting as leader, which is okay,
That's fine.
because he's the one that has the goal to fix everything.
Yeah.
We didn't have
But
Joel.
he also got Isekyle.
Yeah,
So.
we didn't have Joel in the party at this moment because his goal sort of aligns with that.
Yep.
And he would totally be okay with, well, reclaim the city and turn it to mostly normal. Oh, there's other things I have to do to get it back to normal, but I have to leave the city to do it.
Yeah.
Fine, so be it.
Yeah, and with
I think
and
that's how it would
with
go.
the mock race in general, their main drive, because sure they have the concept of morality, but their main drive is meat. They will
Yeah.
align to just about any alignment, so to speak, as long as they get meat.
And so,
his thought process is, well, if I could bring the city back, well, it's first we have all this crazy shit to kill. I can eat exotic meat. On top of that, if we bring other things in, they'll bring in more stuff that I can trade. Well, I can trade with the meat and get other kinds of meat that might be from other places.
Yeah.
It's kind of how this character's functioning, and it's great.
Cobalt boss room is what I'm gonna word this.
Still, Mahomes had 13 seconds. One pass, and then they were able to get into field goal range. They're in overtime right now. It's fucking insane. Oh, and your dice were down there. I'll need to pull them back to you.
It's fine.
Yeah, got it. Might just be the snoring we hear is Joel's character.
That would be silly.
How did he get down here? Get captured by kobolds?
I think for
Or, like, he'll just follow
for
behind.
storyline reasons, his character went out on patrol because that's what
Yep.
that's what he knows to do. So like he woke up earlier in the he didn't wake up. He had done something around some kind of something around the keep. Be it he went through and did a patrol, made sure it was safe, and then was like, well, I better patrol the next
Yeah, maybe there's a chance we just missed him on patrol and he finds
Yeah.
that there's combat. The fuck is this?
Yeah. Or he like finds the marked barrel or
Yeah.
something and wonders what's up with that. I'll figure out how to get him back in without it being too absurd.
Yeah.
That's
Still,
the
that was
plan.
excellent of the.
And-
just a cut.
and
And I was
technically-
getting ready to transform back, and it was a. You fool.
And another idea I have for next time. So say I'm gonna make it a large creature. I think is the boss, but I don't know what I want yet. So I'm gonna decide something eventually.
Extra ridiculous. A kobold that got enlarged
That
and
would
it's
be
stuck.
silly.
It's
That
like a
would be
giant
well,
baby.
It could no extra absurd. It has a bib. Because you said baby, and my brain went bib, and it's wearing this ugly bib that
It says baby.
says baby on it, but he's literally
No, you know what's worse?
takes up 4 squares and 20
He's
foot
a-
wide.
He's a half dragon, half kobold.
Ew.
But he's
Ew.
old. He just looks super draconic. And it'd just be kind of like the kobolds with wings. If you're
Jared
into
is
that.
venturing into the debris. I can't remember how to add an S.
Debris.
Debris. So technically, you're still going to continue that direction is the plan currently, right?
Yeah. So my
So
plan
you-
here is I'm gonna go to the kobold. I'm gonna skin it
Okay.
and hopefully use the
Or at least bring the body out that we can skin
Yeah,
later.
yeah. Bring the body, skin it, use the hide or however they work, and maybe try to like reinforce my quarterstaff.
Gotcha.
I can do that.
Yeah, no, I'll
I
probably,
just-
I'll probably
I just
have
need
you
the
do that.
materials to do
yeah.
it.
I was gonna have you do that.
Yeah, 'cause
but
I
was
need,
like, that's what I was thinking.
Because I would need, to make any weapon masterwork, I would need 100 golds worth of materials to be able to do that. And I can only make a certain amount of gold worth of items a day, or like progress. Let me
Material.
see what that is right now.
Joel's character.
Yeah, I can craft items worth a total of 50 gold points times your craftsman level. Or at least make progress towards it. So yeah, right now at 150 gold pieces, I'd be fine. So technically, I could make a weapon a item masterwork a day. It gets no other. Well, it initially gets no other bonus until I add other things.
Figure how to work him back in.
And I've got all sorts of different modifications I can add, remove, and if I find any magical
Necessary.
blueprints and I
can't
can
spell.
get materials for that, I
That's
can make
okay.
certain magic items. And then it's up to Drew
So,
if
my basic lazy summary, it's where we left off. Ray and Louie have arrived at the Kobold boss room. Because it's the boss of the Kobolds. That's not written here, but whatever. Jared is venturing into the debris to claim the Kobold he defeated as material. Joel's character is/was out on patrol. We'll figure out how to work him back in when necessary.
yeah, for whether he's here this next week or not.
Current goal, claim the market.
Or maybe not claim the market, but we were looking
Clear
for
the
oil.
market. Yeah.
It's like that was our main
So
goal, was
it's
get oil.
claim the market or find oil. Whichever
or
comes
both.
first.
So it might just be, oh hey, we found the oil. Good.
Claim, clear the market.
Yeah, I think especially with how I'm already like searching for things, I think I'm absolutely going to take the mock bag feat where it's just a, hold on, I got this.
Claim, clear the market.
And the great thing is my items meld with me,
Wire.
so I can eat something and then,
Oil for Castle Gate.
and the nice thing, my shape change is the equivalent of polymorph, so I do not suddenly become like 100-pound cup.
Yeah.
Because I double checked that and everyone's like, wait, can he carry me? Kobold goes to pick up the cup. Yeah, why is it so chomp?
Anyway, thanks the one viewer for watching. I know not if there actually really was somebody watching, but
Yeah.
potentially if you were watching, thank you. And we'll probably be back next Sunday. And I'll do potentially random game, like video game streams. 'Cause
Next Sunday.
I did one of those recently.
Oh, right, that reminds me.
Because
I
I
need to
played
break the
the
phrase
Sunday.
the Sunday group.
Anyway, have a good one. Talk to you later. Can I do this? It won't work. Are you sure?